BYB Bare Knuckle returns January 18th to the Charles F. Dodge Center in Pembroke Pines, Florida for Brawl in the Pines 2, featuring 2 world title fights, including the third and final match in the 3-continent trilogy between Marco Martignac and Jerome Hatch. And the Savage Cub Hawkins gets his first shot at gold when he takes on BKB's Daniel Laurel for the Police Gazette belt at 185 pounds. And the return of Backyard Original, White Boy Rene Rodriguez, Jordan Fuentes, and more. Visit bybtickets.com/pines for tickets and information.
Hi, I'm Scotch.
I'm Brad. I'm Nate.
And we are Bev's Video Kingdom, the Deluxe Edition Network's podcast of the year.
Bev's Video Kingdom would like to wish all of you out there, fellow Deluxe Edition podcasts, as well as all you listeners, Happy New Year.
Bev's Video Kingdom.
Because the movies won't talk about themselves.
This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm Matt from the Beard Loss Podcast, the Triple T Podcast, and the Your Town Podcast. And I just wanted to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Happy New Year, all of the ones that I remembered, and I'm sorry to the ones that I forgot. It's been a wild ride here on the Deluxe Edition Network. So on behalf of all of my co-hosts, you've been whacking off. They call me Toby 2, Tatum Productions, Brandon J. McDermott, and of course, Meg and Zach. We can't thank you enough for the views, the listens, and providing laugh and insight and everything that we do. Truly, truly thankful for you and everybody at the Deluxe Edition Network. So happy holidays, and here's looking to 2024. We're going to make it bigger and better. Well, hopefully. So take care, everybody, and I promise not to add any more podcasts to the Deluxe Edition Network.
Hello and welcome to the second annual Deluxe Edition Network Holiday Extravaganza. I am your host, Casey Shearer. Joining me, as always, L. Ray Sexton.
What's going on, Casey?
Not too much, buddy. Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing, huh?
Yeah,
New Year's Eve kind of party.
That's right, man. And we have a who's who of podcasters in the waiting room. So let's get to it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rob.
It's your boy, 2 Chainz Krampus Box.
And we are Metalhead Journeys. And we just wanted to say thank you to Deluxe Edition Network for having us on the network. It's been a great 2023. And we look forward to what 2024 has to offer. But we want to say to everyone on Deluxe Edition Network, happy holidays, stay safe out there. And if for some reason in 2024 you're trying to get into metal,
come on over.
Come on over to us. Or if you're already into metal and you're looking to kind of branch out into all the different subgenres,
come on over.
Come on over to us. We will guide you in the right direction.
Or a direction. It may not be right.
Yes. So, happy holidays. Stay safe from Metalhead Journeys.
Joining us first, Mike D from Take on the World.
How you doing, guys?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Got some
Looking
rosy cheeks going on.
Hello, Dara here from the Graveyard Club, and I just want to wish you, the viewer, and everyone who's on the network over on the Deluxe Edition, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope you're staying safe out there, guys, and make sure you listen to loads of podcasts over the Christmas. Have a good one.
Joining us next, Sarah from IAP Radio.
Hello, gents.
What's happening, Sarah?
Hello, hello.
Happy New Year.
To you as well. Hopefully it's a better one.
Yes.
Hey guys, Amber Brooke here from the Terror Tuesday podcast, and I just wanted to wish you all very happy holidays and a happy new year. Speaking of new year, new resolutions, right? So why not make one of your New Year's resolutions to catch one of my Terror Tuesday lives every other Tuesday on Instagram. And you know what? Stay spooky.
Matt from The Real Drunks.
Hey. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, buddy.
Sure, there he is.
Happy New Year, man.
Can't wait till you come back to talk about that movie.
I'm surprised you remember that podcast at all, bud.
Yo, what's up? This is Steve from the Steve and Crypto Show. Just want to wish everybody happy holidays. Crypto is not here right now. He is off playing Santa for his family. So, yeah, have a happy, safe, whatever you celebrate. Keep on fucking representing the den. That's where it's at. Peace, everybody.
All right, joining us next here, Mike and Jimmy.
What's up, guys?
What's
How you
happening,
doing,
guys?
man?
What's going on?
Happy New Year. We had to get dressed up for the occasion, you know?
Yes, Happy New Year. All right, joining us next here. Let's see if Peter's. I don't know if Peter's video is working. Peter, can you hear us?
Fucking kill myself. Trying to get the fuck. I don't know why the video's not working, bro. You know,
Turn it on.
I don't know why I haven't used it in forever, and now it's all of a sudden not fucking working. So I gotta fuck with it.
All right, well, you fuck with it while we fucking shoot the shit. We know you're there.
I'm Denise, and this is Brad from the World Street Crime Podcast.
We just want to wish everybody happy holidays and a fantastic new year.
And we want to thank all our followers and supporters, even the Den Network family, for all the help that they've given us this past year in 2023.
Yeah, without you, this wouldn't be possible, and we wouldn't be here saying this message. So we appreciate everybody who's helped us out, and we hope that 2024 is just as good as 2023.
Yeah, so happy holidays, everyone.
And always remember,
The world is not always as it seems.
no, it's not. Is Christmas always as it seems too?
It's not.
No? Okay. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
From Virginia, the ambassador, Ron from Barrel Age Flicks.
Wow, that's a fucking sexy voice in that intro. Whose voice is that? So fucking good.
Yeah,
What is up, guys?
that's Ragnar.
Fuck Ragnar. It's fucking Ron. Hey, what's up, guys?
How
y'all doing?
Come on, Ronnie.
What's up, dude?
Doing good.
There goes Peter. All right, how's everybody doing? Let's start with Mike. Where are you calling us from? Tell us about your podcast.
Mike D from Take on the World. We do a little bit of everything, try to throw some history in with everything. And we're up here in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Mike and I probably go further back than anyone on the network, I'd say, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, at least over 20 years, Mike and I used to wrestle together up in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Ron has a good story then for everyone about
Sounds hot.
about the wrestling.
Some great wrestling that didn't last that long.
Yeah. All right, Mike and Jimmy, tell us about yourself.
Oh, we are here at the Bimp Lounge.
Yeah, We Are Bacon is my podcast.
Yes. And what do? We talk about things and stuff.
We drink
with
and
people.
talk shit and get people to tell us their innermost creamy
Sometimes
secrets.
musicians, sometimes actors, sometimes comedians, sometimes other podcasters like yourselves, and we're super excited. Like this whole Den experience, we've been here since September, and it's been fucking awesome. So thank you for letting us in.
I do got a question. Where'd you come up with that name?
Mike and I are both in separate bands. We've played shows together for years and rehearsed in the same building. And we ended up getting picked to do a Christmas benefit show one year, and neither of our bands could work it, but we decided, fuck it, we were going to do it anyway. And we needed a name for ourselves. And I heard a podcast with a professional wrestler named Brian Danielson, who is a vegan, that was talking about buying a shirt at a gas station that said "Bacon is my passion." And I thought, what a great band name. That's going to be our band name. So that was our band name. And then years later, we made a podcast. And we were like, what do we call this thing? We're like, Bacon is my podcast.
It's a good fucking name.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No, it's a really good fucking name. Anything with bacon is good.
Right?
Right?
I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about this. I thought this was like a widely known thing. So you guys remember tater skins?
Fuck yeah, I do.
So people just thought they went away. They did not go away. Fridays actually created these, and they are the bacon cheddar tater skins. So if you've never, these are fantastic, and they taste just like the old tater skins.
Does anybody else remember the theme song? Because I had asked him before.
I didn't remember it.
And I remember it, but you guys...
No.
Don't remember that.
Man, it stuck with me. Tater skins got baked potato appeal because they're made with potatoes and skins that are real.
Real, that's right.
Yes!
All right. Of course, Mike knows it.
Yes!
That may just not be a California thing. Maybe, I don't know. Never.
Well, yeah. I grew up in Indiana, so that's in the middle of Absolutely nowhere.
Matt,
And the rest-
send us your address. We'll send some.
In the rest of the country, we eat garbage. We don't eat alfalfa sprouts and whatever the fuck you guys do out there.
Yeah, this is the height of health right here.
First of all, part of California I'm in, that shit don't fly here either. I'm from Oakdale, California, the cowboy capital of the world. And I know that's cowboy capital of the world because it says it on our sign when you enter the town.
Nice.
Speaking of California, let's get into Matty Marlowe. Another California thing I have never heard anyone other than you say, Matt, and I'm going to bring it up now, is hella.
Hella. Yep. And you know, it's not just a California thing. It's more Central California. It's Central Valley.
Well,
you go anywhere else, and you look at
that's California, Matt.
Central Valley. Central Valley is a small part of California, bro.
I've heard hella crazy before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hella right, man.
I know it from Gwen Stefani.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know
saying.
I say it half the time.
I just thought it was some dumb hip hop thing. That's what I thought.
No, it's a dumb California thing.
It's a prison thing too.
Hey, Ray, I have a question. Did you guys call this like a New Year's Eve special so you had an excuse to drink during the show, or
Quite honestly, Peter, I haven't missed a day of drinking since I was 13.
Yeah, you don't.
You guys don't drink during your show? That's part of our sales pitch.
Yeah, right.
That's all we do in our show is drink.
I want you to take a look at the name under my picture or my video here.
Wait, I just watched the end of the Browns game. You got to be pissed off right now.
Holy fuck, dude. Don't get me started.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is Flacco was playing pretty good, and that score is nowhere near how close that game was.
Flacco is garbage.
He did okay.
He's a 30. He was on his couch last week, and they called him up, and they were like, "Hey, bro, you want to play some football?" And he's like, "Yeah, what I got, it's the Browns." I mean,
He pulled out his Rolodex and all the stuff to check his schedule and be like, "Oh yeah, I can play. I can
he's
fit
like,
it
yeah,
in."
right? Yeah, I don't have to drop my kids off at school till Monday, so I can play today. Great. I hate the Browns.
Where you go, Peter?
Same thing about my team. Many years, because being a Detroit Lions fan has been very fucking hard. And
that's
bro, 20 years being a Dolphins fan, bro.
Yeah. But you had one of our players, Sue. Remember Sue from the Detroit Lions? At one
We had
time.
him for a while. Yeah.
I wish the Browns had that guy. That guy's awesome. Stomping on people's necks and shit. I love that.
Choking people.
Stepped on fucking Aaron Rodgers' nuts, I believe, at one point.
Stepped on his calf. Yeah.
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 He loved it.
Oh yeah.
He's no kink shame here, but he loved it.
One time he didn't have to tip for that.
Some people pay big money for that.
It's true.
Yep.
Hey, Sarah, I see your pickle. There you go.
I was gonna say that Kerbit from Omega on here somewhere.
Yeah.
We're going with that.
Maddie, get back into plugging your show there, buddy.
I don't think I started plugging my show. Yeah, Matt from Real Drunks. Unfortunately, Jake and Daniel couldn't make it tonight. I think Daniel's recuperating because he did like a Santa crawl earlier today. But yeah, Real Drunks. Sometimes we talk about movies. Sometimes we just drink. Ray knows.
Oh, yeah.
We pick a movie. We just got Daniel on board with the on the podcast now, so big things coming. You know, we're starting to do a tournament style brackets for like this month. We're doing the best Christmas movies, or I should say, we did the best Christmas movies. Probably out by now. So yeah, check us out, The Real Drunks. You know, just like it's spelled REEL.
Awesome. Sarah,
Hello.
how about you?
Good. So, all right. I am in Boston, Massachusetts, up here in the great Northeast. I am a co-host of IAP Radio in a Pickle. We cover the less glamorous side of sports. Dave couldn't join today because he's, slinging beers at the bar. But I'm here, and I'm going to carry the weight against you gents.
You're gonna slum it with us.
Yeah, I had nothing
We're
better
Northeast
to do.
with you, though. We're up here
Yeah.
with you, so it's all right.
I got a question for you. Is that a sketch of Billy Ray Cyrus behind you?
No, that's Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez ripping a butt in the dugout.
Okay, it looks like Billy Ray Cyrus from here.
No, it's Keith Hernandez always
I would
ripping
say
butts.
yes.
Aren't they the same person?
Right.
It's not all Boston sports either, right? You cover everything, right?
We cover everything. It's anything that goes south throughout sports. We're gonna cover it. We talk about domestic assaults, murder, fines, whatever it can possibly be throughout all the major sports.
So you talk a lot about basketball.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you guys
Last week,
cover-
yes,
you cover-
lots of basketball, lots of football.
Did you cover Aaron Hernandez?
At one point, we cover right now. It's mostly just current stuff that's going on. So
Okay.
each week
you
is
live 20
up.
minutes from me in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
just it's a shame. It's a shame. But yeah, he's in he didn't kill himself. I'm still gonna say it.
Peter, how about you, buddy? What are you plugging? What's going on tonight? What are you doing for New
We'll
Year's?
plug you later on, buddy. How's that? Please. What are we plugging? I don't know. So Peter Anthony, writer, director, producer of New Haven, Connecticut, in the Northeast with you guys. Where are you guys from, Mike and Jimmy?
New York.
New York,
Pennsylvania.
okay. What do we? I guess I'll plug Laugh, right? So my new movie coming out is Laugh. We shot the trailer 5 days, which was 5 scenes that are in the movie, but we made it into a trailer. We're editing it now. It's going to take another month or 2 or 3, and then we're going to shoot the next 12 days after that in Boise, Idaho, New York, and Connecticut, and hopefully release. The executive producer for Terrifier 2 is on board, Steve Barton, and the goal is to release it to the movie theater. It's like my whole dream. I took $130,000 out of my 401k. I quit my job, and this is what the fuck I'm doing.
Wow.
Nice.
And I broke my fucking knee into about 5 pieces. So you see the picture, Casey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have metal screws that ripped out of my 7th ACL in my replaced knee, and they're stuck in my knee, one in the bone, one stuck in the joint. And every time I walk, it makes me bleed, and I have to get it drained every week. And that's what the fuck I'm doing until I have surgery. Probably a month.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Talk about some of the people that are in this movie. You did a movie that's how we met. I was in your movie Roseblood.
Oh, you want me to talk about Roseblood?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had Rose. So I'm a huge, it's hard to see, but Friday the 13th fan behind me. So every single mask ever created, ever, and any poster, any book ever signed by every Jason ever is in my room. I have, I don't know, $50,000 worth of items from the movies. Wow. Huge Part 7 fan. I became friends with Kane Hodder in Part 7. I decided one day I'm going to make my own fucking film.
Sick.
I wrote my own film. Got Lar Park Lincoln back from 7, Carrie Kaiser back from 7, Kevin Spiritus back from 7, got the same costume Kane had on, and did a contest where a fan could beat Jason. Casey fucking Shearer won. That's how I met him. Showed up with a huge beard, big ass glasses, asking if he could smoke weed on set. I said, no, you can't. We did the Part 7 film. It was a huge success. We had a premiere. We won, I don't know, 30, 40 awards. And then everyone's like, hey, you did good at that. And now I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's make our own film. And I was involved with other films too, other fan films and things over the years with my crew. So that's kind of the gist. But yeah, met Casey on set there. He was a good dude.
Fun fact, by the way, we are here with horror royalty with this man. He's in a fantastic film called Broke Down. It is on Amazon Prime.
I'm in a film called Broke.
Write it down. Broke Down.
It's
One word.
It's a movie that exists.
It's not a movie. It's a film.
It's a film.
and not only
Big glasses.
is Jimmy in it, but his band is also in it performing.
My band is in it
at the very beginning.
I'm in 2 Amazon films, but they're so fucking bad. I don't tell nobody about it. They're that bad. So, but Jimmy, what's your last name?
Garavac.
Got it.
And your blood type?
Blood type A.
Are you nude in this, Jimmy, or no?
No, but
Okay.
I have an OnlyFans that I'll give you all the information.
Sweet. That jacket got me from the get-go. That's why.
I know it did. I know it
Oh,
did.
wait.
That's what it's for.
It goes black.
It goes black
as well.
But
it's
it
like
also
one of those
goes.
pillows.
But it also goes back.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Oh man. And our ambassador, Ron from Barrel Age Flicks. How are you, buddy?
Doing great. Glad to be here. I missed last year's, and I finally get to be in this year's. So
Yeah, glad to have you, man. Tell us about your show, what's going on, and if you would like to share your little story, please go ahead.
with a face full of dicks, sure. Okay. No, seriously. Barrel Age Flicks is a great podcast. We just had a great fucking Christmas year. Being the fucking New Year's is great. Starting our fucking 4th season. We just did a radio play for Bad Santa where we completely acted out the roles with sound, score, and everything as a audio radio play of Bad Santa. Fucking hilarious. But we have a lot of great shows coming out this year. We basically just review drinks in the beginning as a first segment, a drink that has to work with that movie, and then we review the movie. But our show goes just like real drunks. We get derailed and we get drunk. We take punishments. We spin a wheel. A lot of Everclear, a lot of Malort, a lot of shit. So
you guys don't get derailed as much as we do, though.
Oh, no,
you guys
we
actually talk about the movie consistently. We go off on tangents about other shit too.
Stu's shows get derailed crazy.
That is true.
He likes
That
to go
is true.
organic. Yeah, he likes to go organic. Long Kiss Goodnight was a 3.5-hour show, and I cut it down to 2 hours because it was just nothing but shit that had nothing to do with the movie. So, but we have a great time, and we're fucking hilarious, and we bust each other's balls, and I'm always puking, and yeah, it's fucking great.
One thing I will say is, so when we first joined the Den, we actually we were out in Cleveland for work, and we first got together with Casey, and he introduced us, and we were supposed to fly home. We ended up, the flight got canceled, and then we were like, well, we got to get fucking home, so let's road trip it. So we ended up renting a car and getting to listen to a whole bunch of the podcasts and stuff like that. And
we took a deep dive.
We took a deep dive. We hit a bunch of HILF episodes and everybody here. One of the things, though, with Barrel Age Flicks was Malort. And I'm like,
yes.
That's the drink of our show.
What?
Right.
What the hell is it? And I started looking it up. I'm like, this sounds awful. We should try it.
It is awful.
We haven't tried it yet. We're waiting. We're waiting till we can do it with you. But
oh, that'd be great.
We're in.
Show where you guys could drink it.
At some point, we'll do that.
We can. We don't want to, but we can.
I got a bottle on my shelf that I'll never open again.
I can't find it around here.
I found the little tiny bottles, like the travel size, which I'm willing to.
Yeah, that's really all you need.
Hey, real quick, guys, we have a very special guest here that he can only stay for about 5 or 10 minutes. He just wants to pop on and say Happy New Year to everyone. So I'm going to introduce you to Gregory Scott Cummins.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey. Yeah, I just
How are you, man?
Just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hi, Casey. Hi, Ray. Hi, everybody else. Just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody.
How's it going tonight, man? What are you doing for the new year?
Doing well. Yeah, we're 3 hours behind you in the Pacific Standard Time, so it's only about 5:20. But I guess you're taping this for later, I assume. So
Yeah, for this will come out on New Year's Eve. So this is a New Year's Eve party.
great. I have to put my glasses on, see who everybody is. I'm doing this from my phone. Oh wow, I can't read all that.
StreamYard on the phone is a killer.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Greg. I know from experience.
Yeah, it is. Well, the important thing is I can see me, and I look.
That's all that
great.
matters.
Yeah, I look great. I mean, yeah.
Best looking man in Hollywood, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
well, yeah, just about. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yes.
Great,
yes.
great looking clown, by the way, in Batman Returns.
Oh, thank you. Yes, they hired me because of my good looks. Yes.
That was fucking great, man. Taking a
Yeah.
flip in the sewer with the baby. Yeah.
Hello. I just want to say hello, Luther.
Oh.
I just had it's like my heart. I just had to.
Well, I appreciate that. What do you know about smuggling heroin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
We'll see if he comes back there. But yeah, that was Greg. Where were we? Ron.
Oh yeah, your dick. So, anyways.
What a segue.
So yes.
So
So,
I had to.
no wait. Let's segue back here. Mike and I, we mentioned this at the beginning of the show. Mike and I go way back. We know each other over 20 years. We trained to be professional wrestlers together. And
Was he in the Royal Rumble with you? Sorry.
Yeah. He wrestled in the main event.
main event. Oh, main event.
Yeah, come on, man.
Sorry.
They put Casey in the undercard.
Yeah. a friend of ours, very good friend of ours, and Mike's tag team partner for 16, 17 years, right, Mike?
19.
19 years, yeah. The Love Bug, he passed away, and they decided to have a memorial show for him. And I decided to get back in the ring after 22 years. Mike decided to get back in the ring after a lot less, 9 years.
7 years.
7 years, yeah. And so they did a show in Albertus, Pennsylvania, and Ron from Barrel Aged Flicks took a drive up from Virginia to check it out. This is the first time I've talked about this openly.
I heard it.
Yeah, you heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm talking about on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So I trained like harder than I've ever trained since I was a pro wrestler. I lost, a considerable amount of weight. I was lifting weights every day, riding the Peloton. I went to Knoxville, Tennessee to train with Dr. Tom Pritchard. He's one of the best pro wrestling trainers in the country. He trained The Rock, among others. And then the day of the show, I text Mike and I said, could you bring me 2 cases of White Claws? And I started drinking at approximately noon.
Before getting in the ring. That's great.
But
Yeah,
first of all, I had to say, why the fuck would you pick White Claw?
Exactly. Yeah, I was going in on that one too.
Beer.
Well,
Freaking beer, White Claw.
I lost street cred buying that stuff.
Hey, BC Boys didn't fight for your right to drink White Claws.
No, not at all.
My reasoning for drinking the White Claws is I was like, well, I can drink this all day long and be fine.
Yeah,
that was not the case.
You got to be careful with that aspartame there, bud.
Why don't you take over from there? Who wants to take over, Mike or Ron?
Actually, Mike, let's talk about the ring match, the match, and how long he lasted in there. I have it on video.
All right, so let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about that. So, there was okay, everybody knows professional wrestling is not real, right?
Whoa.
It's real to me, goddammit.
Wait, what?
People get hurt.
Yeah, people still get hurt, but everything it's all predetermined, right? So me being as drunk me being as hammered as I was like calling all the shots for this Royal Rumble that I was in, and I went out there and I gave this one dude a suplex, and he, what we call in the business, no-sold it. And I got up to go do something else, and he immediately threw me over the top rope, and I was eliminated from the match that I was supposed to be in until the end.
But that wasn't his intention. Am I wrong? You weren't supposed to hook your arm and stay in?
Honestly, Peter, I have no idea.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to hook, or you wanted to, or something, but you missed it. Something like that.
That was supposed to be the finish. The finish was I was supposed to throw the one dude over, and he was supposed to look like he was being thrown out. I was going to turn around and look, hey, I won, and then he's going to dump me over the top.
Let me ask you.
That's not how it went.
Do you think he threw you out because you were hammered? He's like, "Fuck it, we're throwing this guy out."
That's the only thing I can imagine, and that I can hope for is that his trainer. I don't want to mention his name, but I can only assume that his trainer told, because he was a real young guy. I can only assume that he was like, "Get him the fuck out of there as soon as possible."
Right.
And which is probably exactly what he should have done.
I can illuminate that a little bit.
Yes, please.
Because I trained wrestlers for a long time, and our trainers, if you remember back, if someone tries to run spots in a battle royal, they tell you to dump them.
Yeah.
So a suplex in the battle royal, it's not the best idea. There's no room for it.
Just kicking people in the head.
Plenty of room.
It was a hell of a show to watch him go in there for like a minute and they get kicked out already.
So all that Peloton work, all those White Claws.
Yeah. And Ron drove like 8 hours to see that.
I almost flew out there to go see that, and I'm so glad I didn't. I would have been so pissed.
I'm his co-host. I stayed home because I knew it was going to happen.
So Casey, it took you like 2 cases of White Claws to go into business for yourself.
Yeah.
In this battle royal.
16 White Claws, Mike.
Yeah, he was downing him down like next to next. I mean, seriously. He also had his first shot of Malort that night too.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Let's talk
Oh,
about that.
good Lord.
Greg, you have time to hang out for this?
Yeah,
Greg,
yeah.
do you
No,
have time to?
I'm enjoying
All
this.
right.
I didn't
All
know
right,
you
all
did
right.
any of this.
Well,
You're a
Greg,
wild
Yeah,
man.
Well, Greg, I'm letting you know, Malort is a drink that tastes like utter bullshit. It's very bitter, it lingers, and it's bad, and it's the drink of our show. So I brought 2 little airplane bottles to the wrestling match for them to try out. Mike tried it. He had a hell of a reaction. Like, it's like, ew, he couldn't stand it. I have the video.
almost
It's online. Yeah. Fucking Casey, he took it and you just sit there and just like,
Yeah, that's the worst shot I ever had.
I said, wow, there's no reaction. It says, that's probably still the worst drink I've ever had. I mean, there was no fucking reaction.
No sold it.
I know sold it. Yeah, I was at least 12 White Claw in it by that time.
Yeah,
All that aspartame, you can't taste
Yeah,
anything.
your taste buds are dead.
No. That's probably why. I'm sure if you weren't drinking all those White Claws, it might have been worse for you. You were probably like toned down to the point where you can never get as much of the taste.
Oh,
But
sure.
Mike took it really hard. And Mongoose even had a little bit too, I believe. I think he took
Yeah,
it too.
Mike couldn't even finish the bottle. He had to give some to Mongoose.
I was just helping him out. I just wanted him to feel a part of it.
Yeah.
Ron, was there
Sharing
anything else from that night that you wanted to tell anybody?
Oh yeah, the night where you were changing in front of us and just flashing your dick off right in front of Mongoose's face, and yeah, that was interesting. Seriously, I was that was more of you that I wanted to see.
Well, were you impressed or not?
This wasn't in a locker room too. I'm not gonna lie. This was like there was just like tables up as a wall behind. I guess like the walkway before he just takes his pants down and just hanging there like really. Right in front of us, there's a fucking room over there.
Well, it's like the
Hey,
gym. The
Mongoose,
old
nice
guys
to
at the
see
gym,
you.
they just don't care.
Oh man, no, he didn't care. He didn't even fly fuck. Really, to tell you the truth.
I had no idea that the locker room had been taken down at that point.
There's kids all the way on the other side, and families on the other side too. I was like, oh shit.
Was it in a school gymnasium? Because that's like a sex crime.
It's some type of I don't know. What was it?
It was a community center.
It's like a rec center, yeah.
Are you allowed within 500 yards of a school now?
That happened allegedly. I still don't believe you.
Oh no, it happened. Ask Mongoose. Ask Mike was there too.
No, I don't know if Mike was there. So, Greg, while we have you, I know you don't have much time. Have you ever been in any Christmas movies? No, you were in Hack-O-Lantern, one of my favorite Halloween movies. Were you ever in any Christmas
God,
movies?
no, that's not a movie. It's more of a yeah. Actually, no. The only thing I did that having to do with Christmas that I can remember was the Christmas special for the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Which is
episode
that's
I
the
did.
episode. That's the episode that got me hooked on that show.
Yeah, very sunny Christmas or something like that. It was the second or third season they did a special episode where Luther was younger and basically Mac he thought that Christmas is all about going to your neighbors at midnight on Christmas Eve, and they left presents for us at their trees at their houses. And so we go over to their houses and be very quiet because they, it's like, so we get their presents and take them home with us. And that was what he thought Christmas was, is going over to other people's houses and getting our Christmas presents. So, yeah.
That was a great episode too. That's
that
what
up.
actually got me hooked on that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
But
tried to
that's
put that
that's
into
the only-
place with my family. It
Yeah.
didn't work. I was like, let's go to the neighbor's house. It's midnight. Why not? They were
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I don't know why. Yeah,
breaking an
yeah.
entry. Why not? Why not? They have nicer things.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
It's a little holiday B&E.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, Luther was a heck of a dad. He was
Mm-hmm.
a heck of a good dad. But yeah, that's such a zany, crazy, funny, goofy show that it's just a great idea. And then Charlie's mom had a myriad of 50 Santas coming in every Christmas Eve to have sex with her upstairs. And so Charlie thought that all the Santas brought him a gift. So, that was it. So he had all the Santas come in and out of his mom's room, and, and they'd be there for 20 or 30 minutes and then leave, so. Yeah, so
Such a great show.
Very healthy.
It is a great show.
I'll have to check that out.
But
Yeah,
but that's it. That's all I can think of. Maybe there was something else, but my memory isn't so good about that. But
it counts.
Nothing that I can think of. But
How about a lot,
you
I
guys,
think a lot of people consider Batman Returns a Christmas movie, don't they?
I think it is.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It has to do around the holidays. Yeah.
If Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then
Yeah,
Batman
I
Returns is.
I wish I were in that.
And Die Hard definitely is.
Yeah,
yeah.
I would say that's a.
I wish I was in Die Hard too. I mean, I feel like
Die
everybody does.
Really?
Yeah, that takes place near Dulles Airport too, right near me.
Really?
Well, that was part 2.
Yeah.
Die Harder.
Die Harder.
Also a
directed by
Christmas
Lee
movie.
But
Well,
I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody, and I love the show. My favorite show up there on streaming, and you guys just keep it up. You guys keep it up. You're great. I love your stuff. And
Thank you, Greg. We
Happy New
appreciate
Year
you,
to
man.
everybody,
Thanks, Greg.
and all the fans out there, everybody who's listening. Happy New Year. Hope you all had great Christmases or Hanukkahs or holidays in whatever form, and a wonderful New Year to everyone. Healthy and Happy New Year for everyone.
Thank
you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
You
Happy
too,
New
Greg.
Year.
Happy New Year,
All
buddy.
right.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Enjoy your evening, and
Thank you,
I'll
buddy.
talk to you guys again soon. Okay.
Cheers, dude.
All right. Bye bye.
All right.
Cheers.
Hey, man.
Cool.
Good
Gregory Scott
dude.
Cummins saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's do a little rundown here. What is? Let's start with Mike and Jimmy. What are your favorite Christmas movies?
Oh man,
Die Hard.
Elf. Elf. Yeah, Elf is up there.
I love the Jim Carrey Grinch. I love that movie. I don't care. You can be mad all you want.
That's a hot take.
It's not a hot take. It's a great
fucking
movie.
hot take.
Kind of a hot take.
It's a fantastic film.
I prefer the original cartoon
Cinema.
personally.
I prefer the original cartoon. Yes, 100%. But I also do like that.
I'm all Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacations are excellent.
Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story.
What about Santa's Sleigh?
With Goldberg?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Violent Night.
Yes.
Violent Night was
Let's
great.
do that
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
So we talked about this with Matt last week with the Christmas Eve episode. What do you guys think of A Christmas Story?
I actually did not see it.
Oh, the sequel to A Christmas Story?
The sequel.
Yeah.
I did not see it yet.
I recommend it.
We reviewed it last year, and it started out cheesy, but then it got really good, and I was actually very impressed with it. I actually,
okay.
I agree
was
with
very
Ron.
happy with it. It
Okay.
was good.
Definitely not as good as the original. I mean, obviously,
no.
Yeah.
but
You gotta miss the
it
old
had
man.
it had the same heart to it.
Yes.
You know, like it gave you the feel. So you're like, okay, this is a good feel good Christmas movie.
Nice.
A lot of the Christmas viewing in like my house is because my kids are like starting to get older and starting to comprehend shit, and it's like, okay, can we show this to them? Can we not? All right, are they going to enjoy this? Are they not? So like A Christmas Story for them was kind of boring initially.
I get that.
So like A Christmas Story never really hit in the house, but it like always in the back of my mind I was like, man, I got to see that shit.
So
Gotta see
instead
it.
of A
Not
Christmas
bad.
Story 24 hours, you just play 24 hours of Die Hard on Christmas.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You got to mix Die Hard and Lethal Weapon.
There
Lethal
you
Weapon's
go.
a good one. Do the old stop motion things count? Because I love those.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I love those. Those are
Rudolph and all the Rankin Bass.
Bumbles bounce.
I think the best.
So
The
every
best
time
line. The best line is a dentist.
So every time we have somebody on from A Christmas Story, like Scott Schwartz or Zach Ward, I keep pushing this narrative that I want them to do a show about the bar, Flick's Bar. So
Okay.
both Zach and Scott said they would do it.
Almost like a Cheers type of show.
Yeah.
That's a good idea,
That
man.
would be a
I
really
like
good
it.
idea.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I keep shoving it down all their throats though, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I give Casey a list of like, who do you want to interview? And it's just people from that movie. I just want to shove this thing down their throat until I can go, I made that happen.
Yeah, if people haven't seen, like Mike and Jimmy haven't seen the movie, Flicks Bar is a major part of the Christmas story.
Okay,
It's really fucking cool. And also the way that they put Farkas in there,
Yeah.
I thought was really cool. And there's one scene. I guess I don't want to spoil it because I guess you
Just fucking spoil it.
Spoil
I'll take my
it.
earpiece out.
Spoil
Been out
it.
for a
where you just
fucking
see the
year.
flashback where
I
it
can't hear
shows older Farkas and his little bully buddy, and they're both laughing at him and pointing at him in their, being adults. That just about made me laugh my ass off, just seeing like old school, but them as adults.
They
wearing
did the scene where they all made fun of him and they
everything.
laughed at it. Yeah,
But
I spoiled it to him. He took his earpiece out.
But no, I seriously think that was worth watching. It was actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Mike and Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm Mike,
the
yeah.
names are so Mike. So like, do you honestly get mad when people spoil something?
No, I try not to. But like, even when back in the past, last week technically, but like Survivor Series, we went out, and when I got home, I saw what happened, and I was like, "Hey, did you see what happened?" And I don't want to spoil it for you, but also CM Punk is back.
Yeah, I think I'm more the guy that doesn't like. I don't watch trailers, and I try and avoid
I'm the
everything
same
until
way.
I go see something. So.
But I have the ultimate fucking horrible, worst thing that ever happened with a movie. So I'm at work, and this guy's explaining to me about this new horror movie called Saw. And he goes, I don't want to spoil it for you, but the guy gets up at the end off the floor.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's
You
like
just
my
ruined the
dad.
whole fucking movie.
What a dick move.
My
So-
dad spoiled The Sixth Sense for my stepbrother years ago. My stepbrother still has not gotten over it to this day. And
With
that's when
him-
it first came out.
With him, like I used to take off for midnight showings back when midnight showings were a thing.
Right.
I used to go to midnight showings, and he used to bartend on the Thursday nights into Friday mornings. So I'd go to the midnight showings, and then they started bumping them back, and they'd do advanced screenings at like 7, 8, or no, I think it was like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we'd get out by like 12, 1 o'clock. We'd go to the bar, and he'd see me walk in, and I'd belly up to the bar, and he'd go, order a drink. I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Yeah.
Just leave. Don't. I'm going in the morning. Don't fucking look at me. Just tell me what you want to drink. And that was our relationship for a long time.
It was a good. We talked a lot less
On a Thursday.
I don't-
during that time on Thursdays.
I don't mind so much with movie spoilers, but like you said about the wrestling spoilers, like that, I don't want to know, like, because I watch wrestling religiously every week. Well, AEW, not so much, not WWE, but my friends, like I'm in a group chat with two other guys on Wednesday nights, and I'm always like, I'm not watching tonight. Don't fucking tell me anything.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm the opposite. Like I want to know less about movies than with wrestling. Wrestling I could give a shit about. Like there was a long time too where I'd just be like, okay, next morning I'd wake up, I'd read what happened, I go, okay, is it worth watching? Is it not worth watching? All right. That kind of thing. But movies don't fucking do that.
Social media is a huge culprit because I gave up on so many TV shows because when I was on social media, I was like, oh, this just happened. This just happened. Like, oh, I'm done watching the show. You see everything on fucking Facebook and fucking Instagram and stuff like that. It's like, I don't want to watch anymore. I gave up on The Walking Dead. There was a couple other shows that I gave up on because I was just getting tired of seeing spoilers online. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah. I finally just watched all of the from the last 3 seasons of The Walking Dead a few months ago after it already ended, just because I was tired of that shit.
I fell off at like season 4 because of that stuff. I was like, I finished that season. And I was like, as soon as the other one started, I started getting bombarded with stuff, and I was like, I don't even want to see the episode now.
I feel like they started kind of. Oh, what were you saying, Ron?
I did that for Stranger Things because I just recently watched it all. Just started like beginning of this summer, and that show's been on for like 4 or 5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
because of all the shit I was seeing online. And then I finally watched it and actually enjoyed it because I was trying to forget of all that shit I saw online.
I did the same thing. I finished it all in the summer too. I did the same thing you did. Like I was like, I don't when it's hot and popular and everybody's talking about it, I don't want to watch it because I don't want to. I'll get sucked in and I'll hear bullshit.
And for a long time with like Walking Dead, they had Talking Dead afterwards.
Yeah.
And for a long time, they were really good about it, and it was like really cool. They elicited pretty cool conversation, shit like what we do, And then all of a sudden, they kind of they were like, well, we're not going to say that this happened. And it's just like,
yeah,
what? Why are you spoiling next week's show?
Yeah.
Right.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that today.
Don't do that. It's mean.
All right. Who wants to go next with should we continue with the Christmas movies?
I'll say mine if that's all right. I'll go next.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mine is Christmas Vacation. That is my ultimate number one favorite Christmas movie. Scrooged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that is classic to me right there. And I'd say if I were to go to more of the traditional Christmas Story is overrated in my opinion, but I don't know. I actually, believe it or not, you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but I like the original Wonderful Life. I grew up on that and I watched it every Christmas Eve, and that is actually one of my favorite Christmas movies.
So Ron, you're gonna think I'm the worst movie podcast guy in the world, but I finally watched It's a Wonderful Life 2 days ago. That was
what are you like?
I know. So, and the reason
It's
I
a little
watched
late.
But do you like it or not?
You know what? Honestly, I did like it. And the reason I will
Okay.
say is because by the time this comes out, this episode will already be out. So we're doing a March Madness style draft of Christmas movies. Which one's the best? So we pit, and one of the matchups was actually, It's a Wonderful Life versus How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. I had to, by default, go against say the Grinch because I had never seen It's a Wonderful Life. And I had said I will watch it before the next episode, which we're going to be recording soon, this coming week. I will watch it by the time that one starts, so I can actually give an honest opinion of it. And I actually would change my vote to It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah,
It is. I will say that one thing about it, though is because I knew the premise of it. It's wish I had never been born. He shows him that shit didn't even fucking happen till the last half hour. It's a long fucking movie.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Christmas is only in the last 30 minutes, but the villain, old man, goddamn, Potts, Mr. Potts or whatever his name is. Mr. Potter, yes. It's been, he is by far the greatest fucking villain ever. And it just ends really good. It's just a very good classic movie.
It was very good. I will probably put it in my Christmas rotation.
Yes, that's awesome.
Matt only didn't watch it because he was tired of people on social media spoiling it for him.
Yeah, exactly. Spoiler alert, fuckers.
Every year, all the It's a Wonderful Life social media spoilers.
Yeah.
And then
it was good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I do get the appeal to that movie.
Well, I respect your opinion, so that's good that you actually enjoyed it because a lot of people of the generation right now they watch it like this is boring, but it's actually got a really good fucking story.
So,
because who doesn't wish they weren't dead? I mean,
I will segue into next because now that you said that, because one of my favorites of all time, and I don't remember, I was pretty hammered last week when I was talking to Ray and Casey. I don't remember if I even threw this on my list or not when we talked about top fives. White Christmas is one of my favorites. I love White Christmas.
It's decent. We actually reviewed that last year too. So
White Christmas is one of my favorites. I'm going to tell you my top 3 favorites, and I don't remember if I even mentioned these or not because I was pretty hammered last time. But White Christmas, Love Actually. I know I'm going to get a lot of slack from this one because I love Love Actually, and Scrooged are some of my favorites.
My wife last night. I went in. My son's been a little sick, so I was putting him to bed. He's got this nasty ass cough, and I went in, and she was for the 3rd night in a row watching Love Actually, and I was like, "What?"
She's really trying to get you to watch this thing.
Why? What's going on?
She's like, I have something to tell you.
I keep fucking falling asleep.
So she doesn't like it, or she's just really tired?
So what the hell is that movie about?
Love, actually.
Throw it up for the spike. Boom.
I had to watch it with my wife Sammy, and I couldn't get into it. It's like 3 or 4 or 5 love stories or something like that between couples of when they're having an affair, and
It's kind of like an
a couple that's
anthology
just
type
like a porn together. I think.
Yeah, it's it's an anthology movie that they all kind of tie in together, where they're all kind of separations of people that know each other and type thing. I enjoy it. I watched it when it first came out in theaters because me and my best friend went with his wife at the time, and she made us watch it, and we're like, I don't want to watch this, and we watch it. We're like, oh shit, that's actually really good. So it's one of my favorites. I enjoy it. It's funny. I mean, it's got an all-star cast of obviously
got a
English
crazy cast.
actors.
Yeah.
But you got like Hugh Grant is in it, Bill Nye,
Alec Rickman,
science guy,
Alan Rickman,
Yeah,
Liam
Bill,
Neeson.
I thought the same thing, right?
Isn't that what he just
Right?
said? Bill Nye?
Bill Nye?
Bill Nye.
Sky.
Oh, Bill Nye.
Yes. Davy Jones. Yeah.
My wife
the
falls
exact
asleep
same
to
thing, Raf.
literally everything. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, fell asleep to. Literally any movie, she will fall asleep to nowadays. So
The only movie I fell asleep to is I saw Avatar in the theater and I fell asleep.
Me too.
Welcome back, Mike.
Swear to God.
I had to run for a beer, dude.
So fucking boring.
I just kept mine with me.
I brought 3 this time. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm about to pour myself a glass of Jameson.
Yeah,
dude.
so it is
That's
New
what we
Year's
got.
Eve. What is everyone drinking tonight?
I'm about to get myself Jameson, so I'll be right back.
We're drinking Jameson.
I'm not drinking.
yeah,
that.
Jameson, man.
I'm not drinking.
I'm just having a
I
little
Water.
was supposed to be on a stream 40 minutes ago, but I'll wait. TCM Texas Chainsaw Massacre stream, so I'm gonna fucking drink when I do that.
There you go. I'm drinking some Glenallachie, 12-year-old Scotch.
You a Scotch guy?
I like Scotch. I'm more of an Irish whiskey guy, but I was kind of in the mood for this.
Cool.
So my buddy, who's also on the network, Scotch from Barrel Age Flick, or not Barrel Age Flicks, BVK, Best Video Kingdom. He gave this to me a while back when he was a guest on my show, and fucking amazing. It stuff's really good. I like Scotch. I'm a whiskey guy, so bourbons,
Scotch guy.
Irish whiskey, Scotch, I'm into.
There was a guy in our film, John Strang. Casey knows he played the MP in our film. And long story short, when we had the premiere, nobody knew, but anybody whose family members passed away during the film, I took pictures and stuff of them and put them in a memoriam at the end of the film, and none of them knew it.
Oh, wow.
So at the end, I played this really emotional music at the premiere, and his dad was somebody who passed away, and I put it all on there, and people were crying. Q was crying because his mom died, and my best friend was on there. And long story short, John Strang got me 2 bottles of Scotch. One was $800, and one was $600. One was Macallan 35 year.
Oh yeah.
And another one was a rare one that you have to be a dealer for them for 20 years, and then you could only have access to it.
It's probably my guess is it's probably what is that, Ron? You probably know.
But I 2 bottles, and I drank them both, and I'm telling you, the difference was fucking amazing.
A wood case?
Yeah, it did a wood case. The Macallan had the wood case.
I'm
Because I
thinking
think
it's
I've had that
Happy Van
before.
Winkle, probably.
Yeah, because a buddy of mine, I went to a 4th of July party, and we got to drink, and he just wanted all of us to drink it so he can keep the box in the bottle.
Yeah.
And we got to try that. That shit was smooth.
Yeah, it's probably. I'm guessing probably Pappy Van Winkle because that shit is expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Macallan's 12 year was good.
Macallan 12 years my go-to. I got 2 bottles.
I love it.
Yeah.
We totally lucked out one year. We had I had a fan of my band came to see me at the bar that I work at, and she was like, hey, we're moving out of our house, and we were clearing out my brother's old room, and he had gone to Ireland 20 years ago and went to the Jameson distillery and bought a bottle of Jameson 20 while he was there, and then never opened it and never did anything with it. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, I would like that. That would be great. And so she came in, and I gave her like $30 for it.
Is that 12 years?
It's Jameson 12. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
is when he bought
So
it.
it tasted like it tasted like 12-year Jameson, but it looks like it was washed up on a sea.
Right.
Oh
So
God.
One of the best whiskeys I've ever had was actually the 18-year Jameson.
Yeah.
That shit is smooth as fuck.
I've had the
So
18.
good.
I've also had Gold Reserve. That one I've had. Black Barrel is my go-to. I like regular Jameson, but Black Barrel is my ultimate. There was also a series that they did that I had. There was like
The Copper Pot.
Yes, there was there was 3 of them. I had all 3 of them too. They were like $70 a bottle or something like that.
Yeah.
They were all different, but Jameson is that's my.
So
that's
Ron,
my-
if you're a Jameson guy, which I am too, to a point, like it used to be my favorite. I discovered another Irish whiskey because I used to go to Ireland before the pandemic. I'd go for 10 years. I was going every year, right around this time. And there's a distillery in Dublin. It's the only distillery still actually in Dublin. It's called Teeling, Teeling, Teeling. Better than Jameson. It is so good. That's it right there. I prefer Teeling to Jameson. And when the first time I went to it,
Send me a picture of that, please.
What's that?
No, Bacon. Just send me a picture of that if you can.
Yeah, you got it.
I got you.
When I was there, I decided, I'll do the whiskey tasting when I did the tour of the distillery, and they had different levels of tastings where you could do just the bottom shelf one and then up. And I was like, you know what? I'm a whiskey guy. I'll do the top shelf one.
Yeah.
And it cost me I think €70, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
I tasted one, and this was it was whiskey that was aged for, I think it was 8 years in a Portuguese port barrel, and then moved to another barrel to be aged for another 12 years. But they can't call it a 20-year age because once it leaves that first barrel, it's no longer. So they just call it just a special reserve. Best whiskey I've ever tasted in my life. And when I bought it, I actually got to pour it myself out of the cask into the bottle and do the whole little touristy thing. But yeah, it was cool. It was the best whiskey I ever had.
I'm going to tell you something, Matt, about this standard Teelings versus Jameson. Speak for your fucking self.
You don't like it?
No. No, I do like it.
Yeah.
It's definitely what I actually really like. Well, first off, Redbreast.
Redbreast is good.
Yeah.
Redbreast is great.
It is.
But a newer company called Row & Co. is really fucking good.
They're really good, and we also tried one called the Quiet Man. That was also
Oh,
really,
the Quiet
really
Man
good.
is very good as well.
Quiet Man, really?
Yeah.
Quiet Man. That's
and this
based
one
on the
too.
movie.
This one.
Yeah.
Great movie with John Wayne.
Yep, great movie.
Sexton.
I love that movie.
Sexton.
Oh, shit.
Sexton's good.
Sexton's very good.
I've had that. Yep.
This
Made with
bottle.
real bits of tiger.
This bottle is awful.
Panther.
Panther, sorry.
That's how you know it's good.
It does look like
That's how you know it's good.
You've had monkey shoulder scotch?
What's that?
Monkey shoulder scotch?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I've
Yeah, this
actually.
one,
What is that?
Yellow Spot, 12-year.
No.
Never had that.
Ooh, this is a good Irish whiskey.
Writer's
It's one of the
tears.
expensive ones, but it's good.
It's
That's a
yeah.
good one.
Looks
guys
like
might
a
have some
little
fucking
shot
problems.
at ABC.
I will tell you. So what's really cool is
You think I have a drinking problem? These motherfuckers are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on one bottle.
no,
You got a
you want to
globe
know
here,
something.
buddy.
You want to know something? So
Everyone
there's
gets
a
sad sometimes.
There's a liquor store here in Oakdale that does every 6 months. They do an event called a Brown Bag event, and I've talked about this on the show. It's $200 to buy in, and you go there in the morning, and they have a bunch of different brown bags, paper bags filled with whiskeys. You don't know what it is. You just pick one, and no matter what, you're going to get $200 worth of whiskey. But there are some that are worth $500 a bottle in there. There's some that are worth like $200, but they also have like 4 or 5 different bottles in there. Each time I've come away with. Let me see here.
Just sharing whiskey bottles here today.
Yeah.
It's called Weller's. I think I got it right here.
So
I think I've
brown,
heard of
brown bag whiskey.
Well,
So
anyway,
I
got
call
it.
that like Tuesday.
Well, it's yeah, but on Tuesday, you're not spending $350 a bottle on it. And
No, I'm
each time
not.
I've gotten 2 bottles of Weller's, and it's one of the best like bourbons ever. It's like the substitute for Pappy Van Winkle, where it's right underneath there.
Yeah.
And it's good. It used to be like the cheap alternative to it until people realized that it was just like Pappy. So then it shot up the prices. So
Like-
but it's good.
Like Admiral's Nelson.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
How you start?
like PBR with the millennials.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with PBR, man. I've drank a mini PBR in my youth.
Yeah, I know. But
Ray,
it used to be dirt
Hey,
cheap.
man.
And then as soon as these fucking millennials started drinking it, now it's
To
expensive.
the Pennsylvania peeps. Always
there it
the,
is. Good beer.
always
That's
the
good
England
beer.
guy.
That's right up the road from me.
Yeah, Mike lives about 20 minutes away from there.
Oh, 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes.
Less than that, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's
I'm like
incredible.
8 miles.
Yeah.
Mike,
So,
I'm
Sarah or Ray, are you like me and have no idea what they're talking about with the whiskey drinks?
Yeah,
I know enough about whiskey.
What do you drink,
I
Sarah?
know, I know nothing.
I just drink beer. That's it. Everything else makes me violent.
What's your beer of choice?
I do-
well, it's good information to know.
That, Sarah. I don't mind getting slapped around occasionally.
Also, she's from Boston, so you don't want to fuck with. She's home of the Sam Adams, right?
Oh, yeah. Sam Adams is good. Oktoberfest, my favorite.
Oh.
So, have you guys ever seen the SNL skit that Bill Burr did with Sam Adams?
Yes.
That shit makes me laugh so fucking hard every time I watch it.
It's pretty spot on when there's a booze testing at any liquor store anywhere around here. Yeah. It's
Bunch of
bad.
Bostonians.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, they go out with the glasses with the little mustache so they can get another sample, and then there's a fight in the parking lot. It's a whole freaking thing.
I gotta tell you,
Seriously.
out of every city in the states, Boston's the one place I still need to go to that I absolutely need to go to.
I wrestled up in Boston quite a bit.
But I'm actually curious, what is your beer of choice?
I usually drink Guinness, but
You're amazing. That's right.
Hey, can I just say this though? Guinness here in the United States, you guys think I'm nuts or whatever.
you're
I'm a
doing the whole
pompous.
thing
Oh, all right, let's get our pinkies up. If you're gonna talk, put your
No.
pinky up, fancy.
No. It does not need to be warm. I'm just saying it doesn't. It's a different taste in the United States as opposed to in Ireland because it doesn't travel
it's
well.
the color. It's also
Yes.
redder in Ireland compared to over here.
It
And it's
is
supposed to be drank
amazing
warm.
in Ireland. It's my favorite beer in Ireland. Here, I'll drink it here and there, but I'm not unless it's on like a nitro tap. I won't do it. I know I'm pompous.
That's pretty standard though, because I like to go to Fathead's Brewery here in Ohio, and the beer actually tastes so much better if you just go to the brewery and get it right there. By the time they can it or bottle it and get it to the grocery store and you get it, it don't taste the same.
Yeah.
No, it's totally different. I know it's people when I tell people that they think I'm like full of shit, but I'm like, no, you go to Ireland, it tastes totally different. It's smoother, it's better tasting. It just doesn't travel well.
Yeah.
Well, here we have, I don't know, it's not everywhere in the country, but we have a Harpoon, which is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, you know,
Yeah.
Harpoon has like a ton of different beers throughout. And it's something where you go to the brewery, and it's not that far from where I am. And it is, again, different. And you get everything that they put out because you can't get it, even though that we're in the city. You can't get everything that they put out at the liquor store.
Yeah.
So it's something that you have to go to the brewery to try, like, oh, this new batch of, you know, the Dunkin', and then you'll give them the review, and then they'll put it out into the stores.
So to our other Northeast friends, she's saying harpoon.
Yes, that's the word she's
No, I
trying to
got
say.
that. I got that.
That's the only so it's funny. So it's funny because like I knew immediately, and then I was like, you know what? There might be people who go, oh, harpoon. That sounds really good.
That's the only time the Boston
No, I
really
got
came
you.
out.
Yeah.
I got you, Sarah. I got you, Sarah.
No,
I got
it's
it.
fine. It's fine.
I just wanted I wanted to help.
What's up, everyone? Dylan Quarles here, one of the hosts of Barstool Film School, the internet's premier radio program about what it takes to be a good bar movie. Now, my co-host Cameron Roberts couldn't be here because he's off traveling the world looking for new and exotic cocktail recipes to mix up and serve with the movies that we like to talk about on our program. But if he were here, he would wish you a safe and prosperous new year, just like myself and everyone at the Deluxe Edition Network. All right.
I spend a lot of time in breweries. Casey knows my spot. Casey's been to my spot, and I have a permanent spot there actually.
Yeah. Throw a plug out for the last call, quick.
Yeah, Last Call Brewery here in Oakdale. It's some of the best beer. My co-host Jake, he's the taproom manager there, so we plug a lot on our show about what's going on there. But some of the best beers. One of my favorite style of beers right now is like those hazies. Love a good hazy.
Are they the ones that did the BVK beer?
Yep, BVK.
Yeah,
that was
beer.
That was a collab with Last Call. Yeah.
Yeah, because they actually sent me 4 bottles we actually reviewed on their show. It was I think we did it when they were a guest actually, and it's an IPA, I believe. And I'm not a big fan of IPAs, and I actually enjoyed that beer. They did a great job on that. So
that
kudos
is
to that.
one of the best selling beers that they do because that was I believe the second or third collaboration they've done, like released it.
Yeah.
And I believe they're releasing another one in January. So I'll talk to the boys and tell them to
send
you
us
one.
another
Yeah.
box. We'll review it on it.
So the guy that does the brewing, Walter, he's on their show quite a bit. This coming week, so when you release this will be in the past, it'll probably release, but him and his wife are going to come on our show and do Love Actually. So I might be like, "Hey, dude, where's our beer at? Where's our beer?"
Nice.
So
now we got to get that Freddy versus Jason episode done.
we do. I was having issues with my, sound and all that stuff, and I finally got it all fixed. So we got to do that. And now that we've got, so Daniel, who joined our pod just recently, if you guys see our reels that are put out now, he does all those, and that dude is fucking legit at editing and all that stuff. So
yeah. Tell us about Daniel. He's like a DJ at like a legit radio station in California, right?
So yeah, in Stockton, Modesto area, there's the big radio station. It's called K-Win. It's like the hip hop station or whatever. He's actually the program manager / afternoon DJ for that station. So his whole thing is he's all about sound and audio and stuff like that. So he loves editing and all that stuff. So yeah. So, but yeah, He's a great addition to the show. Like me and Jake are pumped to have him on, and he's happy he loves being on the show. And he's like, "Oh, I'll do this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to step on toes." I'm like, no, fuck it, dude. Do what you want to do, man. Yeah. So, because he's killing it with like just releasing reels and their editing and all that. I actually listened back to our latest episode, which was on Home Alone 2, and he did such a crazy good job on editing it and adding sound effects and everything to it that I was laughing my ass off at the shit that was going on, and I was there for the episode. So he does a really good job at it.
Hey, can I just share something real quick about our thoughts here about IPAs?
Please.
I do have a accompaniment here. So Casey, if you wouldn't mind, somebody wants to narrate that. I mean, I could.
Eating ass is kind of like IPA. Everyone likes to say how much they like it. No one actually likes it.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador.
I gotta say, I don't mind eating ass. I think it's
How
fun.
dare you besmirch the sweetest piss of all?
I've got no
How
problem
do you
with
think
that.
I stayed
I
COVID
love the
free?
chocolate starfish.
I'd rather eat ass than drink an IPA.
Yeah, I mean, to compare the two is almost
I'm
disrespectful.
on the same
I
fence. I'm
would-
not an IPA fan. The taste, it's just never been my thing. But every once in a while, every blue moon, they release.
Yes.
Blue moon. Ironic. Every once in a while,
I caught that, Rod.
yes. Every once in a while that they do release a decent IPA. The Last Call did a good job on that. We've had a couple on our show that have been good, but normally they're not.
Honestly, you got yours for free, so you're biased. And his co-host is the manager there, so he's also biased.
You know what though? Honestly, like I get what you're saying about IPAs. Like I'm not even Jake. Jake knows this about me. I'm not a huge IPA fan. Like I have grown to like them because it is an acquired taste, and I'm not a huge fan of them. There are a few that are really good. Like I do like a good hazy IPA because I don't like the super hoppy taste of beer. If it's too hoppy, I don't like it. But there are some that are very mild and I'll enjoy it.
I feel like acquired taste is just another way of saying Stockholm syndrome.
Right. It's like no. You need to keep trying it. Keep trying it.
Yeah,
Keep trying it.
right.
No, it'll get better. Keep trying. Keep trying. He's like, fine. I like it. It's great. Fine. Thank you.
I think stouts to me are my type of beer. I'm more of a stout type of beer.
My
I'm a stout porter guy. Yeah.
I don't like the foo-foo stouts that a lot of microbrews are putting out. I like a good dry stout.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like the oatmeal stouts or the milk chocolate stouts. I'm like, they're too sweet for me. I like just give me a good porter or a dry stout, and I'm pumped.
We did our first ever live show at a brewery called the 1781 Brewery, which is actually about a mile away from my house.
Which is a great episode.
Yeah, that was fun. We did the movie Beer Fest, and we tried their porter stout, and it was it was actually really good. I mean, we all gave it 2 thumbs up, and I mean, every once in a while there'd be some good stouts out there, good porters out there, but then there's those big chocolatey ones, those big really heavy, just like like fill your stomach like one drink and you're done basically.
Yeah. You drink half of it and you're like, I don't want the other half.
Exactly. It's like basically your dinner right there.
Yeah, that's how all the fucking Christmas ales are.
I hate Christmas ale.
You drink one and you're done for the season. You're just like, all right, that's enough.
I had a stout I bought for our latest episode that we tried on there. It was by Brewdog. It was a Christmas vacation. It's called It's a Butte. And it was a stout. It was a pecan stout, and it was actually really good. Surprisingly, it was the whole can art was like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So it was like
I would have drank that just for the art alone, because sometimes the art, that's what reaches you. Is like, oh, the art looks cool. Let's see, maybe the beer will be good, but never happened.
100%. Yeah.
Every time Matt mentions something, and Mike gets up or turns around, I feel like he's gonna go.
He's looking for the bottles.
He's gonna go grab one of those.
I'll be right back.
You ever drank this shit called Mad Elf? It tastes like
an angry elf and a mad
pine
elf.
cone set on fire. That's what it tastes.
Is that from Pennsylvania?
I don't know where. So my one buddy, he has these Christmas parties every year, and people bring all these Christmas beers. So when he's done, he just dumps them off on me. So I try all of them, and I just, I'm stupid like that. So the Mad Elf is probably the worst beer I've ever fucking had.
Ooh.
It tasted literally like a pine cone had been set on fire and put in a can. It was awful.
Yeah, that doesn't sell it.
That doesn't sound or taste.
Trogs makes either Angry Elf or Mad Elf. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
It's
awful.
down in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I think we should burn down their factory.
Everything will still smell the same.
I got a can of gasoline inside my garage. Let's go.
Yeah, if you just give me a shot of whiskey, then I'll already just do it. No questions asked.
There you
Oh,
go.
good.
There you go.
I just need a fall guy. So who's going to be the fall guy?
Mike.
Your
co-host isn't here, Sarah.
He doesn't have his earpiece in, so he's
He's the perfect one then.
You're good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Ron,
Yeah.
going back to your episode where you did the live show from the brewery.
Yeah.
Some friends of mine, they also have a podcast, which they
Right.
actually kind of got me started
It's
the
been on,
podcast. They do one called Hoist and Heavies, where their whole thing is they just bullshit and drink craft beers. And we did a live episode from Last Call, and I was like a guest on there, me and another friend, and we actually went through every beer on the board, which was 16 beers.
Oh shit!
And we were fucking faded by the end of it, dude. Like, I don't remember how I got home that night.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous, but it was a great episode. If you guys ever want a good podcast to listen to that's not on the network, and I keep telling them to join the
We
try to
don't
on the
do that.
network.
No.
We don't listen to
They
anything
don't-
that's not on the network.
They don't
Right,
do
right.
those episodes that often, so it's whatever they want. But Hoist and Heavies is a great episode. Those guys are fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Something I
you're
definitely
fired.
want,
Yeah.
like you guys talked about, like the episodes you got wasted on and stuff like that. When we first started this podcast, that's basically what the premise was. Like, fans of our bands were like, we'd love to be a fly on the wall when he and I got together to like write music. And we were like, okay, cool. Well, we spend the first hour or 2 or 3 drinking whiskey and talking and bullshitting, so might as well just throw a camera on. I listened back to those episodes. We re-released them just as a fun thing and oh shit, we didn't do anything this week. We got to phone this one in, and we re-released them. But like, I can't listen to those, man. Well, first off, I don't like. As the musician, I'll painstakingly record something and mix it and do this and do that, and I will not like once it's out. That's it. I'm fucking done with it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it again.
I don't want. I never want to hear it the fuck again.
Well, you know why that is? Because the writing and recording and practicing process. You've heard that song probably fucking 400 goddamn times.
Yeah.
And
by the time it's ready to release, you fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Well,
But like,
I don't
with
listen
the
to my
podcast-
bands. I listen to good bands.
Right. Right. Exactly. But like, even for the podcast stuff, I hate listening back. And then when like at a certain point, my wife pulled me aside. She's like, "Hey, you sound pretty wasted." You sure you want to keep doing that?
and nobody wanted to watch 2.5-hour shows of the two of us once 45 minutes hit.
Right.
I got a great question for you. What's the longest episode you've ever done?
Oh, dude. So the first episode that we did was damn near like, well, we turned it into 2 episodes because it was so long. So it might have been 3 hours, 4 hours. But then we had like our first guests. We had for the wrestling fans in the house, we had Chase Owens from Bullet Club on. He was like our first guest, and then we had Mickett from Rivals on as well.
Not a wrestler.
Not a wrestler. He's a musician. And those 2 episodes, we were like, all right, we got to cut those down.
We don't know how to talk to people yet, so we just talked for 3 hours.
So we just talked for 3 hours. Yeah. And then we knew we had to cut it into 2. So like our longest episode, we probably had one that was like 2.5 hours long with somebody.
Yeah.
But I don't like putting them together that way. Like,
you guys can tell, we don't shut the fuck up.
I think we hit our record with 9.5 hours.
Jesus. Holy shit. Dude. I don't want to look at him after 4 or 5.
No, dude. At the end, we all were arguing with each other. We all wanted to quit the podcast because he was hosting it. We were doing the Child's Play Legacy, which is basically where we cover like the whole like legacy, all those movies that are combined, the whole Child's Play. 9.5 hours. We started during the day. I had plans at night, and it was fucking almost midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh my god. Me and Ragnar were going at it. We were fucking fighting. Stu was just like, I was trying to make it short, but we just keep talking. It kept going on, and it was drinking. I mean, I cut it down to 5 hours.
I was gonna say, did you edit that? Oh my god!
Why the fuck wouldn't you do each movie individually?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I've done an episode where there's like 9 or 10 movies, and I make it like 2-3 hours, but he fucking just keeps going. And when he gets drunk, he talks like this. Like when he's talking normal, he's like blah 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 blah. But when he's drunk, he's like blah 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 blah. Like it just keeps going and
with
going.
a lot of octave changes, with a lot of yelling.
You are aware, Ron, that the ultimate like podcast length is 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's never happened in my life.
Is Stu as angry in real life as he is on the podcast?
Yes, he can be. That's what I'm curious. What is everybody's longest episode that they've done?
Probably the longest that we've done is probably like 2 hours, 45 minutes to 3 hours, maybe. It really depends on the guests we have. Like if we have my buddy Josh from Hoist and Heavies on, he's a talker. Like he was just on for our episode we just recorded for Fred Claus, and he talks and talks and talks and talks. Yeah. The other one is the longest one we had after that was when we had Brad from BVK on with our buddy the King of the Hoisters, Hank Postma. We did, what movie was that? That shitty Rick Moranis movie, Strange Brew. I fucking hated that movie.
What are you talking about?
How dare you?
That movie. Oh my god! Don't tell. Watch that movie now. It's good. That movie.
Casey, give me the controls here on the StreamYard.
Me and Nick watched that movie. We had never seen it, and those two had loved that movie.
That's a great movie.
Hank actually picked that movie, and we had Brad on. They loved it, and the whole time, me and Jake were like, "This movie is fucking horrible." They were getting pissed at us because we were going at it. We were like, "No, this movie's dog shit." Sorry, it is dog shit. And I love Rick Moranis. I had high hopes for this movie, and it was bad.
I really think it depends on your guests too, because I do find we've had a lot of guests that were like, you know, Casey, you must run into this all the time. I mean, we had Greg on before. They'll go, all right, I got 25, 30 minutes, and that's it.
Dude.
And we've had one person actually stick to it.
Right.
He had 30 minutes, and that was it. The rest of them, like, sometimes they'll go, oh no, I just said that as an out because I didn't think I was going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We had Kevin Eastman, the creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm so jealous.
15 minutes.
15
and he had a fucking timer set, and it was like, that was it. It was like,
15 minutes. I know who that guy is.
Yeah, it was like
So
that's
Casey,
awesome, Mike.
Casey talks really slow, so he's like, "You have to do this one so we can get as many questions in as we can." Like, all right.
What was yours longest show, Casey?
I would have to say it was probably one with Mark Singer, the Beastmaster. Or actually, no, I lie. It was actually when I recorded with.
It's too hot. You can take that.
So Ray
I
is
just
my
realized.
second. Ray is like I took over the show at episode number 69. It was when I started.
Ironic number.
Yeah, is when I actually started hosting, and then Ray became my co-host on number 70. And then, but prior to that, there was another guy, Bill, that hosted the show. And our longest episode was with Gregory Scott Cummins. And I actually cut it into 2 episodes because I think it was over 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a dedicated guest right there. I mean, that's a good guest that will actually be willing to stay, and you can get a lot of good content out of them and stuff like that. So
Yeah. All right. We have another guest popping on here with us. Let's see who we got here. The Mongoose.
Whoa, Mongoose. Oh, good. Oh man, so you could back me up.
What do you need? What do you need, brother?
Face full of dick in your face over at the fucking wrestling.
Face full of dick? Yeah.
Was it really a face full though? Let's be honest. Was it really a face full, or is it
right in front of him?
He's super nonchalant about a face full of dick.
It's
That's because it's mongoose.
It happens.
I had to look close, but it was there.
Well, in fairness,
I mean,
he was all hopped up on White Claw, so
Yeah.
Mongoose, Mike, please introduce yourself. Mike and Mike and I go back a long ways, over 20 years.
Yeah.
Mike was actually one of my trainers to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah, started a long time ago in the 90s. And then you came along, young snot-nosed, stoned little punk. And we gave you,
Never change.
we beat you up a little bit, and you kept coming back, so we kept you around.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
It's great to still be friends with you guys after all these years.
He was Zach Lee.
As three guys who have been in a wrestling ring, I would love to get your just cold opinion on an actual band setting up in the middle of a ring and playing.
I would go.
Have you ever seen it?
just to watch all their shit fall down.
And also,
right?
do you think it would be a good idea?
Yeah,
No.
that'd be a great.
You need a
Are we
stiff
talking-
ring.
Can the singer do flying tea bags and shit off the top ropes?
I mean, who can?
No, I'm sure he could, wipe his crack on the turnbuckle for the next guy.
There you go.
Hey, you know what though? Like back in the day, man, the '80s, man, the rock and wrestling connection, man, that was the thing.
So the reason why I bring it up is because one of my old bands actually did play in the middle of a wrestling ring, and it was the coolest experience, and then performing was the most miserable experience of my entire life.
It would depend on the ring because some rings are so springy that it would be ridiculous.
So
ring is
I had a springy ring, and
no.
I had a drummer that just loved to play his double bass like fucking Slipknot, like crazy. So all of his shit just kept coming over. Like because at the time we were gonna be fucking rock stars, right? So we had our fucking we had our cabinets and our heads, and literally every time you hit the bass drum, it went dum, dum, dum. Off goes the $1,500 head. It's like no! Yeah. It was awesome. It was so cool, but also at the same time.
Yeah.
At what point during the show did you play so was it before because that all depends too, because it takes time to set up the equipment. So there is an intermission during a wrestling event, but it takes time to set up all the band equipment. So
we actually played prior. We played just prior. Yeah. So they did their run throughs for the day. And then they had us set up, and then we did a sound check, and then we said, oh shit, all of our stuff has to go on the ground, and there cannot be any wheels on the ground, and we need to figure this out. So we go and we start repositioning all the equipment, and and then we played like a 35-40 minute set, and it was brutal, even after all like the adjustments and stuff.
Did you
But-
stand
That'd be awesome to do that. And
Oh,
then
of course,
play-
no. I was playing guitar at the same time, so I didn't do that. But we came out and we did, second rope it.
Nice.
What were you gonna say, Mongoose?
I said what would be cool is the same band play like the main guy's entrance music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That would be really
pitched
awesome.
for it. We pitched for it. So actually, my buddy of mine is Dan Barry, who was like you've seen on like Holy Foley and AEW and shit like that. So he's who got us in there. We were really pushing to do his entrance music, but he ended up that he was booked in a different state. So he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm not going to even be able to make it back in time for you guys to play, and then I'm going to be, doing a thing." But he wasn't even on the card. So, oh well.
That's all right.
Mikey Whipwreck was on the card. Mikey
Was he really?
Whipwreck. Yeah, he was like the head trainer there.
I saw a picture of, speaking of old school wrestlers, I saw a picture of Justin Credible today. Did you guys see that picture?
No, I haven't seen like the recent one, but
all right.
Is he still looking credible?
No, he does not.
Did he ever?
I didn't say incredible. I just said credible.
Once again, did he ever?
Hey, Aldo Montoya was special.
Yeah, he was.
At the moment. At the moment, he was. They needed that guy. It's like
That's
Sal
right.
Balomo.
That's right.
Sal Balomo's supposed to take Bruno Sammartino's place, but it didn't take off like they hoped.
Is that a true story?
Yeah, according to Sal.
Okay. I smoked hash with Sal Balomo one time in his antique store, so I don't know how credible he is.
I was there for dinner. He had me over for dinner one time. I fixed his van, and we went to his store, and because he lived there too.
Yeah, yes, he did.
So he had us in for dinner, and he also said that when they would travel, a bunch of them would rent a car, and that's how they would get place to place, and that's how they kept the cost down. And he
Yeah,
also
you
told me
just
to go see Alpha when I was on the first time he saw me wrestle. He told me go see Alpha, and I never did, and I probably should have.
Over in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he goes go see Pops. He'll take care of you, and I never did because I stayed loyal to the guys that trained me, and I should have ventured out like kids do today, where they just take off and go run and do things.
Well, I think that was my problem as well. Like when I was training and wrestling, I never ventured out. Like I always wrestled for Jake and Paul, Bad Crew. I don't know if Mike and Jimmy, if you guys are familiar with Bad Crew, they wrestled with ECW back in the late 90s, early 90s. That's who trained the three of us, BC Bumps. But I never ventured out. Like I think I might have wrestled for one other promotion outside of them, but like I was very like just comfortable with wrestling with the guys that I knew, and I never really like put myself out there to wrestle on other shows. So
me and Lovebug, we went every freaking where.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, man. For that video that you guys did for us for the 100th episode, that was awesome, man. The
was
Love
cool.
Bug, that was the Love Bug's last promo, man.
Yes, it was.
Here we are, Allentown, Pennsylvania, 1313 Linden, where it all began. 2 decades ago, in fact, over 2 decades ago, the greatest tag team in professional wrestling was born. And the Beast. Lovebug, martial law, Slim Trim 185, every woman's fantasy, every criminal's nightmare. Tell them, Big Daddy.
From here, we've gone from Maine to Mexico, from Washington to Key West. We've held tag team titles all over the United States. And all of that pales in comparison to Casey and Ray. 100 episodes of Deluxe Edition.
Deluxe Edition, Casey and Ray, one of the better podcasts around.
Not the best, one of the better.
One of the better. And you know how I know that?
How do you know?
Exactly.
Mongoose, Are you still an active trainer or
No.
no?
I when I had my knees replaced, I stopped wrestling. I had both my knees replaced at the same time. I stopped wrestling, and because my job has to come first. Like I got to feed the family.
Right. Yeah.
And
Wait, you jobbed?
I'm sure
No, his actual job.
No, my regular job.
Buck did the job.
My day job.
Yeah,
And
he jobbed. Yeah.
And I just like I didn't want to take the chance of getting hurt again. And then when like I got calls for like 2 or 3 years after I stopped. Hey, come do this show. Come do this show. Come do this show. And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Love Bug wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. But if I get involved when I was promoting, I was training. And, you know, when you're doing that, like I just see the ring and I want to be in it because I loved it. And Mongoose knows what I mean because Mongoose got me down to that training center before we came over and did the memorial show. And it's just the feeling of being in the ring is amazing. Like even just training with the younger guys and working out with Mongoose, it was like I just can't be there and not want to be in. So running shows ended up being a no-go for me. Training guys, because like if I'm in the ring training, I want to show them how to do it right, and you can't do that with 2 metal knees.
Yeah,
but Mongoose, you're actively training still or no?
No, not anymore. I started doing it because of the show, and I wanted to be able to do some things. And then once I did the show, I ended up getting a job that taken up my time. So for right now, I haven't been back.
I imagine it's got to be like it's probably very similar to any arts or passion or something. A lot like musicians, because I can't be at a show and see people on stage and not want to be on stage.
Right. And I'll tell you what, we did that show.
Around or slammed on the ground.
Well, yeah. We don't have to put our
know.
bodies on the line in that.
We could try. We could start.
We could, yeah.
Let's start doing that.
My respect level for professional wrestlers is through the roof. It's amazing. I'm not going to use insider terms like this guy here. I'm gonna.
Unless you go in a mosh pit, then maybe that's different.
I played punk rock for 20 plus years. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's like,
there you go.
But like you see a stage, you see people on stage, man. You want to be on that stage. You want that connection with an audience. Like,
and
that's what it's all about. It's all about a connection with an audience.
So, like, I talked about it a little bit earlier, like the training that I went through to go to this memorial show to wrestle for less than a fucking minute, but like it does. It gives you so much more like respect for the guys that are still doing it to this day, like Jericho. And like there was a guy I went to see in Dothan, Alabama, Mike Jackson. He's 73 years old and he's still wrestling. Now he's not doing like the crazy stuff that all these guys are doing. He's not bumping as much as the other guys, but he's 73 fucking years old. You know, he's still doing it. And like I did it, like the training that I did to go back into the ring for less than a minute. It was like I did when I went to Tom Pritchard's in Kentucky or in Tennessee there. I did like the beginning of the training, and Mongoose and Mike know this. Like they always do like you do like forward rolls, backward rolls, and then like other rolls and this other stuff. And I've been like prior to leading up to that, I did all this training. I was in the Peloton, fucking working out, lifting weights, all this stuff. And I did those 8 rolls in the ring at Dr. Tom's in Tennessee, and like I almost passed the fuck out. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like it was. It's not like anything else.
We're not young anymore, dude. We're just not young. And I did that show. I'm 53, and my left arm still hurts from the show. Like I don't know what I did, but like I can't reach back like this without pain shooting through my arm. I had no idea what I did.
When you pulled out the handkerchief, that's what did it.
That's what did it.
I never trained the pro wrestling thing, but when I was younger, I used to do the MMA stuff, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, judo, all that stuff. And it's a different animal because you got to learn how to do all the rolling and all that stuff. And if you're out of shape, just the rolling and the fall, it fucks you up. When you first
you're sucking wind.
Yeah, it's a different kind of cardio, and no amount of running or elliptical or Peloton training is gonna make up for that. There's
Not at
nothing.
all.
Yeah.
No, like I was doing the Peloton and I was like, oh, I got this. I'm fucking good. And after those like 8 rolls, I actually like fell into this woman that was there, and I was like, oh.
Well, you know what? It's
the White Claw.
It's
the White Claw.
It's one thing like being on a bike or getting lifting the weights, but the second you hit that ground, it's got to like it's a jolt. It's a different thing.
The thing is when you're training, it's one thing, but when you get in the ring in front of a crowd, none of that matters. None of it matters.
Besides hitting the ground, but the adrenaline.
Yeah,
the adrenaline.
That's just like being in a band, though. You practice, and then you hit the stage. Everything's just jacked way up. And
Hey, I used to be able to sing that so easily. Why can't I do that now? Yeah, it's the adrenaline.
Halfway through the first 3 minutes, you're like, this is going too fast. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
If you control the adrenaline, everything's bad no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, very true. How
So,
long is it for the wrestlers in the room? How long did it take to even learn how to? Because you were talking about how the ring moves. How long does it even take to learn just to walk in a ring? Because if you're there's 3 people in a ring. Let's say, you've got your opponent, you've got a referee, and you're all moving around the ring. And if that ring has any kind of movement or any kind of give, and you're supposed to be doing a lot of activity in there, like how long does it even take to kind of? It's got to be a very understanding
like a
how
dance.
other
like a waltz almost.
Casey Mongoose and I are very lucky because we had a very stiff ring when we trained.
We're lucky. We're so lucky.
Real lucky. So lucky I broke my fucking elbow.
2 inches shorter now because of it.
Thank God it had no give.
But Casey, like Mike said, fortunately for Casey, he only worked in a couple of rings. Mike and I probably worked in a lot more. Some of them you walk in and they bounce, or the mat feels like you're walking on a mattress. Other ones, when they're stiff, it's a lot easier. But
it hurts when you bump.
It sure does, buddy. Let me tell you.
Hey, everybody. It's Mike from the Kindness Matters podcast. Just wanted to say I hope you all are enjoying your holiday, whatever you celebrate, and I wish you all a safe, happy, and prosperous new year. Make sure to check out the Kindness Matters podcast.
Well, I'll tell you, when we first started, Lovebug and I were the first 2 students for Bad Crew, and I tell everybody this story, and they have a hard time believing it. We had a guy screw the plywood down so we could get in the ring and do our thing because they didn't have the mat and the canvas and all that stuff yet. So we were.
Are you still crying about
plywood?
that?
23 years later.
Yeah, I'm bragging about it. That's what I'm
I
love you, Mongoose.
All right, one more wrestling question, and then Casey, like you take it back. But like, I do want to know, like, what's the worst bump that you guys have taken? Like, you're talking about, we trained with ECW guys. What's the worst bump that you've taken?
Did the kendo stick to the forehead?
I went off of a balcony over a cage through 2 tables.
So you went New Jack style.
I did a swanton.
Yeah. So
That was my
I got to stop you right there, Mike. So Mike and Jimmy from Bacon is my podcast. As big as Mike is, you can't really tell from how small the screen is. He's a large man.
You can tell. You can tell he's a big dude.
He does or did a swanton bomb. That was his finishing move.
388 pounds. I did a swanton bomb off the top rope.
Goddamn
You're
right,
welcome.
it's a finisher.
Yeah, that's a believable
Wait, that's not
finisher.
a signature move.
It was
It
my
was me.
idea.
It was
It's a lot more
capital punishment.
believable. It's a lot more believable than Ultimate Warrior's big splash.
Mongoose was actually the second person that I hit it on, and I knocked the wind out of him.
I might have been the first.
No, Patty O'Brien was. The
Let's
giant
just
leprechaun.
go with I was the first.
Okay, you were the first.
Patty O'Brien.
Patty O'Brien.
Patty
I
O'Brien.
swear to God, I thought you were going to say patio furniture.
I was going to say the same thing, Ray. I was like, Patty
He's saying he was the first.
Yeah, he was the first one I hit it on, and I slaughtered him. Like I apologized for hours after the show
Poor
because
Casey.
buried my head and knocked the wind right out of it. This dude's like 6'5", 6'6", and I could hear the air come out of him, and I just felt so bad. And he kept on telling me, you got to hit that, Matt. You got to hit that. You got to hit that. I said, I've never hit it before. It's always been a miss. And he goes, no, you got to hit it. And I hit it all right. When I went off the balcony over the cage through the 2 tables, I hit the first table, and I said, why the fuck did I do this? It hurts.
It probably wouldn't
so
take
bad.
me hitting the first table to think that. I would, as I'm leaving the balcony, I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Now, you didn't pre-cut the tables?
No, they're not pre-cut. 388 pounds, I go right through that. I go through a solid oak table.
Yeah, when you weigh 388 pounds, you don't need to pre-cut a fucking fiberglass table, or not a fiberglass, but a tiny little table.
Press wood.
Press
Yeah,
board.
press wood. I'm not 388
metal
pounds
frame
anymore.
and.
Did you say breastwood?
Sorry, I'm down.
Yeah, breastwood.
So basically, you invented what the goddamn Bills Mafia does.
Who's the Bills Mafia?
These idiots that are jumping off the guys that crashing through
plastic tables.
Yeah. They owe everything to you.
How do you guys feel about that guy?
Where's my royalties?
Matt, are you talking about the fucking ICP guy?
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Oh my God, yes! That guy on Twitter is the best.
Yeah, superhuman.
Superhuman, yeah.
That dude,
That
what
guy's
cracks me is this guy is jumping onto fluorescent light bulbs. I'm like, you do realize those are filled with mercury, right?
He did it to like a like literally an air conditioning at
Yeah,
one
he
point.
jumps
He's
on
just
like
like
microwaves and shit. I'm like, what is wrong with this guy?
He used to do videos like almost every week, and his stuff.
I gotta stop, everybody. Stop. Matt is like, those light tubes are filled with mercury. Ray's like, no, they're not. You can fucking hit anybody you want with them. They're not filled with mercury.
There's no mercury anymore. You can. I do it at work all the time. When people piss me off.
But they are
They use
broken
a
glass.
syringe. They put mercury in them with a syringe so they kill you.
I'll tell you this. One time at work, we had a guy who busted about 8 of them lamps in his face inside of a cabinet, and he's freaking out. We had to call poison control, and they're like, he's fine. They don't put mercury in those anymore.
Oh shit, you're gonna die.
And so we go back and we're like, dude, you're fucked. I don't know what the fuck to do. They told us you're gonna fucking die.
Do you have a will? Do you want to do it quick?
Does anyone love you?
Does anybody want to
Call
call
them
right
right
now, buddy?
I've got 8. I've got 8 in my basement. I'm just waiting for GCW to come by.
Has anyone seen? That's what I was just going to
sneak up
mention.
on Jimmy and bust him on his head.
No. He's not a trained performer.
Oh.
Has anyone seen?
I have taken no bumps.
movie I cannot, or you cannot kill David Arquette.
Yeah, I was just going to bring up David Arquette. He took that to the throat, man.
Yeah, well, David Arquette's an idiot because if he wouldn't have moved like Nick Cage fucking told him to, he would have been fine.
He's a trained professional.
Also,
Should have
if David
watched
Arquette would have
AEW with Hangman
said no
Page
to
and
working with
Swerve.
First of all, David Arquette is a former world champion for WCW.
Mongoose.
Respect.
That match you were talking about though with Hangman and Swerve. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was sick.
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, it's definitely worth a watch if you're into that like hardcore style wrestling. It is definitely a great representation on mainstream wrestling.
Yeah.
He drank his blood.
He did drink his blood.
And he spit it out, yeah.
Is that a real spot?
Yeah. They
I heard
probably
about it.
they taught that in school. Although I would bite
Gangrel 101 or what?
now, I would bite people to make them bleed.
Yo, the Brood theme fucking slaps to this day.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey?
I agree.
Just that ASMR breathing at the beginning.
I used to have one of those WWF fucking CD albums.
Yeah, man.
All their fucking title music and stuff
Who
like that.
didn't have one of those in the
Upstairs
era?
Oh man, I had this. I loved it. Going on with the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme. That was like one of my favorites.
but did you have the honky tonk man singing his own?
Oh man, the honky tonk man. I remember
Coming to your town in a pink Cadillac, man.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I've been waiting
just the
for the
honky tonk
man's last match. He posted like 2 years ago during the Corona that he was training for his last match, and I'm still waiting for it.
How old is he now?
I don't know.
Oh, he's
but
got to
who
be in his
cares? I
70s,
went to
right?
see, I went to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in North Carolina for his last match. He's like 70.
How was it?
It was awesome. It was fucking
I was gonna say,
incredible.
it's
I got
Ricky
hammered
Steamboat.
drunk in
Yeah.
the front row with my buddy
Ricky fucking
Dustin on
Steamboat.
White Claw. I got fucking. It was awesome.
You and fucking White Claw.
Jesus Christ!
You didn't learn your lesson.
Oh my God!
There goes that I'll never drink it again attitude.
Wait.
That was long
Casey.
before the fucking last.
Casey.
That was long before the show, Mongoose.
What flavor White Claw is
Yeah,
it?
just tell me it's
I
not
got
black
the variety
raspberry.
pack.
I
It doesn't
believe
matter
he
to me.
gets
I don't
the
care.
dick
But which one is your favorite?
I like
You like
the.
the dick-flavored one.
Like is a
The dick,
strong word.
I do like the dick one.
Yeah, you like the one that tastes like
What
chicken
one?
balls.
You said
Dick
the
one.
I do like the dick one,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but the lime is my favorite.
You like Dick
Oh
and
my
cider?
god! The lime?
You have Dick and cider?
Pansy drink. It's wet.
Yeah, I heard Dick was a cider. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even drink
Lime,
like
yeah, lime's the best, man.
Casey,
high noon,
I
which
need
is like
to-
the manly one.
I just need to interject.
Go ahead,
I-
please.
As the only lady here this evening, and
Sorry.
all
She's gonna call
the
you a pussy.
bingo. Like, never once has that shit ever crossed my lips or my thought like process to cross my lips. Like, Jesus Christ, Casey.
Ever.
I tell you
Ever.
what, when I went
Never.
in to buy it, I bought 2 cases. And I walk up to the thing, they said, "Well, the Tampa aisle's over there. If you need to go."
Right. Seriously.
Where's the dude with the whiskey bottle? We had to drink all of it. Is he here?
Yeah,
I can't-
Malort. Ron,
Yeah.
he's down there.
Here's
Right
the
here.
whole
Oh, that,
Lord.
is that him down there? Yep,
Oh,
there you
yeah.
are.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to take. You know what, Mike? How about we take a shot of Malort together?
No. I'm
Mike.
Come on,
Come on, Mike. Come on.
I don't have any with me.
Come
I
on,
drank
it's
it
New
all.
Year's Eve, baby.
Don't
Your
be a
knees will be
Casey.
fixed. Your knees will
Don't be a
fixed.
Casey,
You're
Mike.
good.
Don't be a Casey.
You're doing a shot with me, Mike. Come on, you're doing a shot
Ron,
with me.
Ron, I'll tell you what. John drank like 3 shots voluntarily.
John's an alcoholic.
He was pretty lit. But I'm like, dude, why are you doing that again? He goes, "Oh, it doesn't taste too bad now." I'm like, yes, it does.
Hey,
You know
Ron.
what's fucked up? Like Malort is like a town's drink. Like people in Chicago, yeah, they love Malort.
We did for our weird
Well,
science
fucking
show.
Chicago, first of all.
Hey, Casey and Ray, this is Matt from Quad Pro Quo. I'm just sorry we couldn't make it on your holiday extravaganza. Just wanted to wish you guys a happy holiday and a happy new year from all of us here at Quad Pro Quo. And hopefully you can tune in January when we do Cage Match 2024.
Hey, I don't have Malort, but Mike, I'll do a shot with you and Ron of something if you guys want to do a shot.
Mike D, run.
Back.
New Year's Eve, guys.
All right, so let's
Ron.
go ahead. Let's go ahead. And, oh, wrong bottle. Let's Everton.
Ron, I don't have Malort, but I'll do a shot with you of something.
All right. No, seriously, Mike.
Wait,
I'm
I don't-
You know,
Take a
I
shot.
don't
I
have
don't
a
know. What
shot
do I
glass
have,
here.
Kelly?
Go get.
Do I have
Go
a
get a
beer?
regular.
At least a beer? Get me a
I
beer.
got a little
Hang
shot of
on.
vodka here I could do.
Hang on. All I got is a beer. Hang on tight. Don't do it
Are we
yet.
doing something too? Is this
Well,
like a mandatory thing or
it's
something?
It's probably the right move.
Everybody's got
Ah.
like a whole bottle of something.
All right,
No,
well,
I
we've
got
got some
water.
Red Breast. We got
Water
some
works.
Red Bush.
I gotta record
Anything.
in the
Oh, Red
morning.
Bush.
Well,
Hello.
you take this one. This one, you like this one better, or you like that one better?
This one will do
Ron, I
both.
have no glass. I would love to do it, but I don't have a glass here.
Then you drink from the
Oh,
bottle.
You don't
Well,
need a
don't-
glass.
don't-
You need
don't-
a bottle.
Man,
A glass?
Put your lips on the neck, Mike.
What
is that?
Man,
I got some rum chata.
Are you doing a toast there, Ron, to everybody for the New Year's to wrap us up?
Fuck yeah.
Does that count?
Say the toast.
I hate
rum
you.
chata.
Guys, a toast
This
to
is our longest episode, Casey.
This is for you
Yeah, I
boys,
know.
right? All right.
a toast to the best network on the
Salute.
fucking best podcast network ever. Seriously,
fuck yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Hell yeah.
all the
Good
podcast
network.
amazing pods. Check them out. I'm spilling my drink. I'm ready to fucking drink. Cheers, everybody.
Is that Malort?
Cheers,
That's fucking
everybody.
Malort.
Cheers.
Ugh.
Happy to be a part.
Yo, what's up? I'm Joel. I'm Shane. We're from Horsing Around. We just want to wish everybody in the Deluxe Edition Network community and Horsing Around community a Happy New Year, a Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Shane's dad's house. Anyway, one love, Pastafari.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Happy New Year, everyone. Everyone, run down their plugs real quick. Sarah, we'll start with you.
IAPradio.com. Come check out the less glamorous side of sports.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Happy New Year. Mike
New
from
Year.
Take on the World.
Check out Cinema 7.
We're not there yet. Calm down. Mike.
Oh, you just said plug everything.
I was talking to Mike from Take on the World.
Happy
Take on the World.
holidays
Sorry,
and Happy
Mike.
New Year from Take on the World. From me, John, Nathan, Lexi, and Deborah.
You're dressed as Santa Claus?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm still in the Christmas spirit, bro.
oh, happy birthday.
Mike, Mongoose, plug your son's show. He's got a great podcast.
Cinema 7.
Yeah, we're
Check
gonna
it out.
get him.
We talked about, we talked, I
Put
don't
links
know
in the comments here.
Look it up. Figure it out.
Put links in the description there, Casey.
And,
Yeah, I will.
Spotify, you know, so they do, what do they do? Talking about video games, movies, wrestling, you name it.
We're gonna get him added to the network very soon. Also,
Get him, make
so
him do something, will you? For Christ's sakes.
I will.
All right.
Mike and Jimmy, Bacon is my podcast. Plugs, please.
Bacon is My Podcast is available on all streaming networks as well as StrangerhoodTV.com. Tomorrow, January 1, 2024, we have the Bimpy Awards where we wear the wonderful attire. We have musical guests. We've got awards. It's great. It's a lot of fun. And we have people from the past year come and celebrate with us. So check us out, baconsmypodcast.com.
Yeah, we talk to people and find out what their bacon is. So
Yes.
what's your bacon?
At Bacon is My Pod on all socials. So
This is the podcast making, public transit taking, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, Tim the Nerd.
And I'm Professor Aubrey, the greatest legal mind in the Pacific Northwest.
We are the host of Friends Talking Nerdy, and we want to wish everyone at the Deluxe Edition podcast and the Deluxe Edition Network.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just one. Look at
Love
you.
them both.
All right. Happy New Year.
Very happy.
Maddie Marlowe.
Yeah, happy New Year, everybody. You know, check us out. The Real Drunks. Join me, Jake, and Daniel. You know, we drink a lot of beer, alcohol, watch movies. We do a little watch along with the movie as we talk about it and go off the rails. One thing I wanted to mention, hey, can we give a shout out RIP to Shane McGowan, who passed away from the Pogues, one of the composers of one of the greatest fucking Christmas songs of all time.
Godspeed.
Yes.
cheers to that.
It's a sad day, but hey. But yeah, check us out, The Real Drunks, at Instagram, anywhere you listen to podcasts. That's REEL, like movie Real Drunk.
Thank you, buddy. Ron, the ambassador, our OG.
The voice.
Yes.
The voice of the network.
Check us out, Barrel Age Flicks. Seriously, from Happy New Year from Ragnar, Stu, Chase, Goot, and seriously, we are having a great new fucking year. I mean, this is I'm so crazy. It's crazy that we're on a fucking fourth season right now. And there's one episode that everybody's going to look forward to. It's the Highlander episode. There can only be one where we're going to be drinking
Yes.
So
I'm here for it, Ron. I'm here for it.
It's going to be a crazy
Same
episode.
thing.
That's our
One of
200th
my favorite
Yeah,
all-time
call the
movies
cloud.
right there.
200. Oh, 200th episode. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Including our bonus tasting room episodes. So we're actually almost at 300 or something like that. I don't know. We have a shitload of episodes, and also we just did our radio play for Christmas for Bad Santa. We are now working on the script, and
Which is
working.
fucking awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
It is really awesome.
Yes.
You sent it to me, by the way.
Oh, yes, I did. You got it. You got a
yeah. It's fucking great.
Coming out Christmas Day. Or it already came out, of course. But we're working on Monty Python's The Life of Brian right now.
Great movie. Yes.
Solid.
Yes. Voices and everything.
Yes.
I play the mother.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting. There's actually on the end of the Bad Santa, there's a little 5-minute preview of the intro, so you get to hear our. It's embarrassing.
Ron, we're gonna do our episode we've been planning for like 6 months now. We're gonna do it soon. Everybody else here, guys, Mike, Jimmy, Sarah, Mike, we're gonna get you on our show.
We would love to do that.
Yeah,
Holler.
Same
I
thing.
gotta tell you,
Please.
if you watch The Highlander, the movie in the beginning, it's all about wrestling, baby. They're in Madison Square Garden.
Fabulous Freebirds, baby.
Yeah. So.
Oh, speaking of which,
all comes
what do
back
you
to
guys think
wrestling.
of the Iron Claw movie that just came out?
Oh,
I
that looks amazing.
I got to go see it.
You know,
Zac
I'm a
Efron.
big Zac Efron
Okay.
fan, so I'm going to see it.
So what I've heard is it's a great movie based on a family that's seen a lot of tragedy, but it is not a wrestling movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
no,
well.
it's all about that haircut they put on Zach.
I'll cry.
Why?
Speaking of movies, though, I got to recommend Napoleon. Check out Napoleon. It was a great movie.
Killers of the Flower Moon. That's the one I want to
Real quick, before we wrap up, something I just thought of. We'll start with Sarah. If you want someone to start on an episode of your podcast, what episode should they start on?
That's good. Good.
Ooh, when I join, that will be Meth Gators, I believe. I can't remember the title. It's from so long ago now, but yeah, my first episode.
I'm actually gonna make
Awesome.
a list. Because I want to listen to all these episodes you guys talk about. So
awesome.
I'm gonna tell you.
Ray,
Meth
how
Gators.
about you, buddy? What was
Meth Gators
the
in
best
fantasy football.
I'm gonna go. I like the one we did with BAF. That's my favorite because I get to tell the story about how I got the drink out of the bar.
Oh, the Elvis.
that was so
Elvis
amazing.
episode.
The
Yeah, that was a
Elvis
great
episode.
So,
quick
tell that
information
story
for
quick.
everybody. If you ever have to get a drink to be on Ron's podcast, go to the bar, order a drink, and then wait. And when someone walks in, say, "Oh, there's my family." Take your drink and walk out the fucking door. Take it home.
It's awesome.
That was a great
That is a true fucking story. That's what I did for that drink.
What was
Try
it,
that
a
with a
Blue
meal.
Hawaiian you drank? Was that what it was? A Blue Hawaiian?
The Blue Hawaii.
It was Blue Hawaii. Yeah, for our Elvis episode.
Yep.
Oh man, we have another episode with you guys coming up that we're gonna be recording here soon.
Yeah, very.
I'm pretty excited about that one because I don't think people understand my rap background. I don't think people understand how I loved early rap.
See, I'm like here Casey because Casey, I was like, all right, so you have to pick. I want everybody to pick a favorite gangster rap song, and Casey was like, I don't have one. I don't like rap or something like that. You never gave me one, so now I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do for you. But yeah, we're doing Straight Outta Compton with them, by the way.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Awesome.
I was like, oh yeah, cruising down the street in my 6'4". I'm like, I'm ready to go. Let's fucking do.
Ron,
I love that.
I love the
Right.
episode I just recorded with these guys earlier, like last week.
Hear all this,
Fucking Ray. we were supposed to talk about the night before,
and we never did.
At the end of the podcast, Ray goes, "Yeah, we'll have you back on and talk about this actual fucking movie."
We never talked about the movie.
We barely touched on
hilarious.
this movie. It was great though.
It was awesome. All right, take on the world, Mike.
I would say because we have 112 episodes out there plus our gear reviews and the beer reviews, which I don't count in that 112. But I would go back to our last one, which is the serial killer nun, Miriam Solacutis. It was interesting. There's a lot of good information there. I love the history behind it, so that was a good one.
Yeah, very good episode, man. I love your show, man. I'm so glad that you started podcasting.
Well, it's because of you, dude. I started because of you.
Thank
you
you.
had me on your old podcast, and I just fell in love with it. When I was sitting there just rapping with you, I fell in love with it.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, I can rap.
Old school. Old G. Mike and Jimmy from Bacon is My Podcast. Where should everyone start with your show?
Man, I don't know. It depends on what you're into. You know, like we have episodes with paranormal people. So if you're into that, grab a Patty Negri episode because she was fantastic.
Dave Schrader.
Dave Schrader. We have wrestling episodes. We talked to Eric Bischoff. We talked to
The Godfather.
we talked to the Godfather.
Beer
So
City
it's like-
Bruiser a number of times.
So grab those, or like we do episodes where we just get drunk and talk shit about whatever comes. So
Music, if you
man,
like music,
go random. Grab one. Grab
if you
something
like
recent.
music.
What's your
dude,
favorite?
Under Oath.
What's your favorite episode, though? What's your
Well,
favorite?
so well, spoiler alert, we're going to say it we're going to tell you guys today, and it's going to happen tomorrow on the Bimpies, but the listeners have spoken, and best episode goes to Spencer Chamberlain of Under Oath.
Okay, so grab the episode with Spencer Chamberlain of Under Oath.
All right.
Nice.
So I guess we'll do that.
All right.
Very cool.
Well,
Matt
we also had some
Marlowe.
really good ones. Oh, the one about the differing points of view.
Hey, you know what? We're just so
Mike
good
Early.
at this. We're just so good at this. That it's...
Look at his jacket. It changes color. Like it says
a sweet jacket.
Does it have a
Right?
battery in it?
No, there's no batteries.
No. This is analog awesome.
It's like those pillows.
Nice.
Matty Marlowe, your favorite episode. Where
Oh,
should
you
people
know,
start?
so I would say because we are going through some change right now. We just added Daniel on a couple episodes ago. It totally changes the dynamic of the show. But so I would say if you're going to start an episode, start at our Big Lebowski episode or
Great
a Home
fucking
Alone
movie.
2 episode. Yes.
In my top 5.
Now, if you're gonna go back further in our catalog, one of my favorite episodes we released last year, it was our tripod episode where we did it with my buddy Josh from Hoist and Heavies and Brad from PDK. We did Krampus. That was one of my favorite episodes we had done previously. But if you're gonna start now, start with the way we're going now with our Big Lebowski and our Home Alone 2 episode.
Big
Those are the
Lebowski.
ones we have. Those are some of my favorites just because the dynamic with Daniel now is so much different and great. Not that it wasn't great before, but now this is the direction we're going and we love it. So
Elevated. It's elevated.
there you go.
Very cool. Thank you, man. Ron, how about you, buddy?
I'm gonna pick just a couple, like maybe like 3 episodes.
No, you have one.
You only get one.
you get
One.
one.
Come on. One.
There can only be one.
There can only be
We
one.
can't. We said like
Fuck's sake,
5,
we
so
just
we
called
got.
Go ahead, Ron.
Oh,
Go.
McLeod.
Go.
All right, no. If
Tell
I
us.
had to pick one, I'm gonna be a narcissistic because this is the one I hosted. But it has one of the best fucking rants at the end between me and Stu and yep, that's it. Predator Legacy episode is probably one of my favorite episodes I've ever done. I was very happy of how I hosted it. It had a lot of hilarious moments. It had a horrible drink that I paid a fucking shitload of money for. Horse Soldier whiskey sucked, or bourbon. But it's got probably the last 25 minutes is probably one of the most funniest things you'll ever listen to. It's just,
I love that episode.
yeah, that was Predator Legacy. And we cover all the movies. We call it even the Alien versus Predator movies, but it's our show the way it is, punishments and everything else. But if you want to listen to our show and see what our show is like, listen to Predator Legacy, and that's probably the best one to start with. So
Can I just say
man.
I have so much sympathy for you, Ron, because you get fucked so much on
Oh,
your show.
all the time.
Yeah,
If-
you get
if
fucked
Ron-
so much.
If
I'm
Ron
really
had-
You get that face full of dick.
If Ron had a better command of the English language, he wouldn't have to drink so much on the show.
I just feel like Stu
Words are
targets
hard.
you hardcore.
my brother-in-law, of course, is gonna fucking target me.
He just
But I'm-
calls you out, and I'm like, man, cut the guy some fucking slack.
He doesn't. But you know what? It's good content for the show, so we have a good time. It's
And they goat you into screwing it up. Every
Dude,
time.
we have highlight reels
What
of
was
Mike
that?
mispronouncing
I just
shit.
did the whole lawyer shit and everything else, trying to defend everything. When I'm trying to get him fucked, I end up getting fucked. It works. That's the way our show is. But that's Barrel Age Flicks. So
We always get our buddy King of the Hoisters. I'm sure you know him, Ron.
oh yeah,
he
he loves our
always
show.
he will always fact check me. Like I'll get a message from him right after we release the episode. Hey man, actually this. I'm like, okay, man. All right, I get it.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I'm half
When you-
drunk right now, bro.
That's the worst when you're all fucked up and you make a mistake and then you
Yeah.
listen back to it and you're like, ah, god damn it, I sound fucking stupid. God damn it.
That's why you never listen back.
Yeah.
Never,
I-
never
everything.
listen back.
I sound that way sober, so
Yeah,
there
same.
you go.
Yeah. Feel it.
I never sound
sober-
stupid because I
sober.
never listen to myself.
Yeah.
See, I don't like podcasts. I don't listen to them. I think they're a waste of time. to be
I
honest.
listen to all your guys.
Yeah, I listen to podcasts constantly.
Awesome.
I will admit,
also
there's
when
a
I'm
few
on the
that
mower.
I listen to consistently because I just don't have the time anymore. Now, a year ago, I was able to listen to podcasts all day long, but I listen to mostly the network podcast shows now.
Yeah.
And you guys are among them. So
Yes.
All summer long, when I'm watching my inmates and I'm mowing or whatever I'm doing, I have my earbuds in and I got a podcast on.
Yeah, that's usually how I am when I'm driving around. That's like I used to work in grounds for a school district, and when I would do ground stuff, I always have my earbuds in. Now I don't do that anymore. I got promoted, so I have to be able to hear shit people call me and stuff, so I don't get a chance to listen to them.
I don't have to worry about ever getting promoted.
So the thing is, my influence always was talk radio. Talk radio was always my influence.
Yeah.
Donna Mike Show,
Yeah.
the Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony, dude.
Yeah, they were really fucking good back in the day.
Oh yeah,
And WNEW days, I got to listen to them like in New York when they were in this like rinky-dink little fucking studio, and they got arrested because of Sex for Sam.
Yeah,
I remember that. Oh my,
They were
I
fucking great.
too.
Fantastic.
I have all that old downloaded shit, even all the Howard Stern before he became a fucking dumbass, because his shit sucks now. It's all just interviews.
Yeah.
I like his old shit where he actually, had fun on his show.
Give me the whack pack all day.
Yeah.
Eric the Midget. Give me Eric the Midget.
Yeah, we
Jackie
almost had a
Jones.
whack pack. We almost had a whack pack here on the network.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Someone, well, there's a few of you who know who the whack pack would have been. But thank you guys so much for joining us.
Wait, Casey, would you like some making fuck?
Hey, Casey, you never said what your favorite episode was.
Oh, I wasn't sure if anyone was going to ask me.
Well, I'm asking you right now.
But also, would you also like some making fuck?
I would love to make fuck.
Yeah.
My favorite episode, I would
Six
have to
kinds of
say.
fuck.
Please, Mike, go ahead.
No, there's 6 kind of fuck. Pity fuck, love fuck. I don't know. The Chinese girl says it in the movie.
That was Downsize.
Yeah.
A Matt Damon movie.
That's it. Matt Damon.
Matt
Go ahead,
Damon. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Go ahead,
My
Casey.
favorite episode, I would have to say, if you want to start on any episode with us, start with episode number 69, the one that Ray started on. But my favorite episode that Ray has been on is wait for him to plug his earphones back in here real quick.
I love
so he
every
can
episode
hear
where
it.
Ray's just completely faded and fucked up. That's my favorite.
So number 69 through now.
any time one of his team wins, he's fucked up.
He hammered. There he is.
I love it.
My favorite episode.
They're all putting you
is-
over, man.
I put you over all the time, buddy. My favorite episode is the one, I'm not sure the number, but it was with A.T. Sharma. He is a director. And, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I put a lot of fucking research into these episodes. I do a lot of research. I watch almost every episode that these people have ever been in, like any podcast that they've ever been on. And, Mike, please stop that.
Very unsettling.
And I try to watch like any of their old movies, a lot of their movies that like maybe people haven't seen, stuff like that. So we got scheduled to do this A.T. Sharma, and he is like a fucking ghost on the internet. It's very hard to find any information about him at all. He did a movie recently called Hypnotica, and it's a great fucking movie, and one of the best interviews I think we've done, because I did basically zero research for it, and we just like actually had like a cool conversation with him.
Yeah.
And I got also pretty hammered. So
Well, now you know how I do the podcast. Zero research, get hammered.
That's what we were just talking about.
That's how me and Johnny do it.
But now, AT was fucking amazing because he's like a teacher or some shit. Like he's got like professional degrees, and this guy just started dropping F-bombs, and he was just like, I was like, holy shit, this is like a real dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is somebody I would go to the bar with, and I did not see that coming. That was
No,
a good.
not at all.
More
No,
often than not, like we you know, Jimmy does some research. I listen to a podcast or two, just like figure shit out. But like on the overall, if you're just like talking to somebody else, regardless of who it is, you know, like if it's a crazy top-notch like celebrity versus or like a new up-and-coming band or whatever it is, like just talk to them.
Yeah.
Everybody's people. you
That's the
know?
thing, man. I get so nervous.
Not everybody's people.
Everybody
No,
poops.
they're not. Not everyone is people, like Ray said, but for the most part, they are. And I get super fucking nervous, like before every show. And Ray's like,
"Fuck, dude."
Ray's like, "Why are you like this? They're just regular fucking people. Like, just calm down."
Ray's helping you there, though.
He is. Yeah,
I'm trying.
He's not wrong. He's not
Mongoose.
wrong.
I'll let you know a little secret there, Casey. I actually do research.
I know you do.
The shtick though is that I say I never do research.
All right, that part I have to fucking edit out now.
You liar. A liar. I can't
Mongoose.
listen to this anymore. What?
You're not a podcaster, but you are a pro wrestler for many, many years. Please tell us your favorite pro wrestling match that you've ever had.
Ooh.
Sure. I don't know. Let me think. Because it would have been when I was in a lot better shape.
Did you ever take a swanton?
Yes, I did.
300 plus
I'm going to tell you a story about Martial Law and I had a wrestling match. And I said to Martial Law, I said, listen, bro, watch Vader and Sting and we'll do the exact same match. And it was awesome.
It was.
We did almost everything except for, like, I put him on the table and the table collapsed, right?
Yeah.
So I still did the splash, though, off the top rope.
Yep.
I didn't stop. I just went ahead and finished the match with the splash off the top rope, even though the table collapsed, because you got to keep going. There's no outtake. You can't start over. So, I mean, that's really, and that's not because he's here. That's one of my favorite matches because I just love Sting. And in the beginning, I had the blonde hair and I put face paint on and kind of acted like that and screamed and hollered. But that was one of my favorites.
I think that was an awesome match, and it is also one of my favorites, not just because Mongoose is sitting there. It actually, like, when I tell stories about my favorite match, that's the one I always bring up.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Because Vader and Sting were pretty awesome because, you know, he took the beating from the big guy but come out victorious. And, you know, I had to give my payday to Marshall to let me win, but it was all right. No, but if you're going to listen to Cinema 7, I'd listen to the one that my kid talks about loss, like losing a family member or somebody close to you. And, you know, he kind of gets in depth about that because he's not a big believer, but because we lost my mom last year. That's one of his shows that he did. I don't know, but yeah, thanks. But that's a pretty heartfelt episode. It's kind of one of my favorites, but because I'm not a gamer, but I'm a movie, and he's probably going to do a podcast soon about Godzilla -1 because all I've been hearing about is how great the movie is. So I'm sure
I gotta let my son watch it. He's a big Godzilla guy now. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
I actually see it. It actually looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah, everybody's talking about 98% on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever it is, and that's supposed to be, you know, one of the gimmicks that you go to for checking things out and see if it's good or not. So,
yeah,
but,
guys,
you know,
thank
that's
you
it.
so much for hanging out with us, Mongoose. You know, it sucks that the love bug died this past year, but it you know, it brought us all closer. I think me, you, Mike, and a lot of the other guys that are in the wrestling community that we all trained with.
I was glad to see you guys did there. That was fun to watch you guys and see the heart between all of you guys towards this wrestler and everything. I thought it was really great to see.
Great dude. That's all I can say. Mike,
He was my brother.
You know that. It's just the truth. The guy was just amazing. He was like an angel left here for us for a while. So I don't know what else to say.
I was hoping to make it to that show, and I talked to Casey a little bit about it. I just wasn't able to do it. It's kind of a long trek for me, but
Yeah, it was just a
Yeah,
3.5.
sorry about you guys' loss.
You want to watch us, a couple of fat guys roll around and get out of breath? It's on YouTube. Love Bug Memorial.
And just don't
true,
stand too close to Casey.
It's true.
I have to message. Who was the commentator that got thrown out? You had him on your show recently, Mike. Take on the World, Scott.
Oh, Scott Cass.
Scott Cass. Yeah. What is his working name?
McCool.
Sebastian McCool. Yeah, I actually have to message him because I actually just watched the show the other day, and he legitimately seemed concerned about when I got thrown over the top rope when he was commentating, and so I have to message him about that because it sounded legit.
When he smacked me in the beginning, he was afraid I was gonna come back in the locker room after him. But I told him, hit me with all you got, dude. Hit me with all you got.
I told all of you guys if I'm in the ring with you, I'm going to be stiff as shit because one, I'm drunk, and I want to hit you.
I mean, everyone saw your frontal, so was he stiff as shit?
Sarah for the win.
Casey's getting up there in age.
We're playing turtle all night.
Happy New Year, everyone! Thank you so much for hanging out.
Happy New
The
Year.
Deluxe Edition Network Holiday Extravaganza Round 2. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
later.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you all.
See you later.